That sucks.
lesbian,
I like that in a woman.
and every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass.
And yeah, we're back. Where have you been? It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes! The Opie and Anthony program. El virus de Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie,
I want my coffee.
Anthony,
I want that back.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
O&A Party Rock! O&A Party Rock!
Shut up! You shut up! You shut up!
We're cakes for nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
How'd you like to mow my lawn, huh?
Just do it!
Is that so? Who made you pope in this dump, huh?
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Hey, where are the white women at?
Get her!
Billy. This is a biggie.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
Hello, exactly!
You like Huey Lewis on the news?
Good morning.
Hi.
Ooh. Hi, Boss 1 and Boss 2. Good morning, Jimmy. Little Jimmy Norton, why don't you start the program for us today? I like cereal.
Yes, Jimmy's eating his ashi.
Very good. Give us a little something right off the
I
top
like
here. All right, well, guy in the village caught anthrax.
Yes.
And living in the village, that's the 5th most dangerous thing you could catch. Off the cuff with cereal, my man.
I like that.
It is the front page of all the newspapers here in New York. Anthrax victim.
Try to make it look a lot more menacing than it really was.
Mayor tells city not to panic as New York drum maker stable after inhaling spores of anthrax. A case of anthrax. That's what Newsday's saying. And finally, the Post. Anthrax hits Brooklyn dancer.
Dancer. Here's the problem. You know where these anthrax came from? Africa. Directly from their African anthrax. This guy, apparently his business is making drums out of animal hides. That's what he does.
That's what he's doing in New York?
What year is in? Yeah, do you have to be in New York City to do that? You know what the rent is to rent out a place to conduct business in New York City? And he's making drums with animal hides that he's getting from Africa. And one of these hides, oops, has some anthrax in it.
Is that possible? I don't even know.
I guess it is.
I thought anthrax came from a lab.
No, it's something that animals have gotten for years. Anthrax. I think you can make it in a lab, or kind of modify it in a lab.
But it was on the hide?
Yeah.
So what is that? Like some flaky thing? Like I don't. What is?
I would guess it's spores.
Flaky thing.
They're
I have no idea. Dude.
Anthrax.
I understand it's some kind of anthrax is something animals get. Yes, I understand all that.
It's a spore. So how these spores come off of the animal because it's an infection. So the animal gets anthrax, an infection, and these spores come off of the
Why are you laughing at me? That sounds like it could be a flaky thing, Jimmy. Because I'm thinking of dandruff.
Flaky.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Little anthrax dandruff.
You can't see it. The guy's got anthrax. Look at his shoulders of his blue suit jacket. It's got anthrax on his shoulders.
Oh, anthrax. And this guy breathed it in, and that was it. He got some anthrax, but he's doing fine, I guess. They give you antibiotics. And
So the only reason this guy got anthrax, because the papers are making it look like there was some kind of terrorist attack.
No.
Thank you for the scare.
Big
this morning.
headline is anthrax victim, and then in smaller print, don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, smaller print, Mayor tells city not to panic.
After New York drum maker stable after inhaling spores. They still don't even hint that it was an accident.
No.
Well, look at Newsday. A case of anthrax. They got a guy in a hazmat suit doing his thing. And then a little caption that says, Manhattan man made ill by African animal hide.
Yeah.
So that still makes you think, what the hell is going on?
Uh-huh.
You know?
And look here at the Post. Steinbrenner, some blonde, Gotti, and at the bottom, anthrax hits Brooklyn dancer.
Some blonde. That's Jessica Simpson.
Oh, whoever she is. Exactly.
You know who Jessica
I've seen her.
Simpson is.
I know her if you go, that's Jessica
seen her.
Simpson, but I don't know her by face.
All right.
I know she had a face.
And, of course, the boss is telling everyone that the Yankees are going to win it all again.
They're going to go all the way.
Blah,
It's
blah,
a little
blah.
early there, George.
Let's go to Sean in California. Sean?
Yeah. There is a naturally occurring anthrax that animals do. You know, it's like the feces or whatever the shit. So it is a naturally occurring element, and animals can transfer it to humans as far as that goes. But they have it in the lab, too, and that's the one that was mailed, I guess, originally back in Washington after 9/11. So they are both correct.
Okay, thank you,
Punch
sir.
now.
But the only reason this guy got anthrax because he was handling hide so he can make drums because he's a drummer and a dancer.
I don't know what kind of drums you're making. I'm picturing this guy just sitting wherever he does this with, like, plates in his lips and rings around his neck, making these drums. I don't think he's popping out, like these kind of drums. I don't think he's pushing out like the drums you see at, a music store. You know, the snare drum.
They're the Congo drums.
The pearl drums. I don't think he's manufacturing pearl drums.
You can only play these with bare feet.
Right. You need those jingly things around your ankles and the stick through your nose, the bone through your nose, and then you could play this guy's animal drums.
Is there a market for these type of drums?
None whatsoever.
In New York City?
None. There is no market for this.
Maybe on the plains of the Serengeti.
The guy had to go to Africa to get the skins. Just stay there and make your drums. I'm sure they'd sell a lot better.
Right.
And anthrax is the least of their worries over there.
All right, so a big relief. Because I saw it on the news first thing this morning. I saw the hazmat suits and just anthrax across the screen.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this about?
In Africa, they go... And that means, whew, thank God it's only anthrax.
All right, let's go to Devin in Jersey. Devin!
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? Professor Anthony's right. Anthrax is by spores, but it is difficult for you to inhale it like that.
Right.
Usually, if you're sitting there playing with the animal skins, you get it on your skin, you can get it that way, or you can, smoke a cigarette and inhale it. But
through an open wound,
you know
can
what?
get it.
I know how the guy got anthrax. It's very obvious.
What?
He was playing with the hides, stretching them out, doing whatever he has to do to make a drum, and then he got a little action in his nose, and he went for the pick.
Picked his nose.
And there you go, anthrax.
that does seem like a movie's possible.
And
Is this true? The name of his company was Uncle Tom Tom's? That's, coming in on Tel Talk.
All right.
What a way to get anthrax, scraping a blood booger over an animal skin.
Mark in the Bronx.
Hey.
Hey.
Got a news tease yesterday on WB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Local man catches anthrax. Do we need to worry?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. Like, we don't have enough worries.
Come back
in
at
this
11. No, you don't.
Yeah, we don't have enough worries in this world. They knew ahead of time that this was basically no big deal.
Yeah.
Basically. But they're going to tease it all night long until the last story.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to stop making drums with the animal hides now. You're not going to get one more drum out of me. Of course it's not widespread. How many people are doing this in this country?
50, 80,000 maybe?
I'd say maybe 3.
Gentlemen, figure could be a lot higher.
I say 3 dopes. Damone, what's up?
Yeah, I was wondering if this African drum fellow spoke in clicks like umbato, umbato.
Didn't we kind of do that? Or?
Anthony just did that,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. That was a very nice
Okay,
addition. And people are commenting, no, I cannot catch some kind of disease off of my lampshades. They are not made of animal skin.
No, not the ones you have. Might catch a cold.
All right. Well, that's the big story here in New York today. It's on the front page of all the papers. But I guess we're okay as far as that goes, right?
Well, we can only hope, can't we?
I got a fine email last night from Anthony.
Yes, I was compelled to email Opie last night.
And the subject matter was just, you ass.
You ass.
And I was like, what is this about? So I open up the email from Anthony, and it looks like our pal here is addicted to...
curling. He got me. He nailed me. Opie got me like a drug dealer. Talked about it a little. Gave me some for free right here at the studio. Hey, look up at the TV. Anthony curling. Oh, it's like when the dope dealer gives you, hey, just smoke this joint. We're friends. If you want any more, come back. Let me know. It was for free here at the studio. All I had to do was look up. Didn't have to change the channel or nothing.
Right.
Then I got home, and going around the channels, it's like, ooh, curling. Let me just stop for a minute. Minute turned into the whole game, the whole whatever they call it.
It was the U.S. against Canada last
U.S.
night.
against Canada, big game. U.S. lost. Canada is amazing. And I cannot believe it is fun and interesting and strategic to watch. I was totally into the whole thing. Oh, it's on. The woman's girl.
Do you know, this would hurt me less if you called and said, Fez won, I'm blowing people.
I'm telling you, it looks a little wacky, but it's not a gay sport.
It really looks stupid.
It looks stupid.
That's why it's got such a bad rap.
What I like about it, I like things that have something to do with strategy. There's a lot of strategy in this game. Look, there's guards that are guarding the circles.
Right, and then there's guys that are so good, they could pick off like two of these rocks at once, send it flying. So all of a sudden, USA is in the lead, got two rocks in there, and the Canadians knocked both of them out. Now they're in the lead for the round or whatever the hell they call it. I'm not up on all the lingo yet. Both of them out. Now they're in the lead.
See,
yeah, that was me on delay.
Yeah, why isn't
we need a curling audio? Look at this teacher. Not a hot team. Who are they? The Canadians?
I can't even tell. It's so small on the screen up there.
I think it's Canadian women.
But
not sure.
So now you're into the curling, right, Ant?
I was so into the curling. The commentator is doing his strategy. Oh, they're going to have to bring it around here and curl that thing around the guard up front and get it right in the middle over there, or they don't have a chance.
And you're at home going, of course they got to curl around the guard.
I know. Look at this. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. He's coming up short. He ain't even going to make the line. Like, I was all pissed. I was getting all excited about curling.
How good is Russ Howard? Is he as good as we say, or is it just the fact that he's a wild man that people love him?
He is a crazy person and very charismatic to watch with his yell when he is the guy. You know that all means something?
Yeah, I know.
You know that means something? They're communicating with each other as far as they got the guy by the target, and he's pretty much lining up the shot for the person that's kind of throwing the rock. And then they communicate with the sweep people what they should be doing, because they kind of have a view of the rock that has just been released and the rock that's coming towards them. So they kind of tell the broom people to sweep more, sweep less, curl it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it is a wonderful sport. I wholeheartedly endorse curling.
How close are you to trying the sport now?
Never will try curling. I couldn't imagine
I want to try it now, just for a goof. There's a place in Jersey. We should all go down there.
Oh.
Drink some beers one afternoon and try the curling thing.
You know damn well.
Yeah,
you know
get some
hard,
video of it. It'll be hilarious.
You know how hard it would be to sweep and not hit the stone, the rock, or the other broom.
That's what I'm telling you.
Or land on your ass from just slipping.
That's what I was talking about yesterday. They make it look so easy, but you know the guys that are just drunk in Minnesota curling their asses off on the weekend are falling down on the rocks, and then they start throwing them at each other.
I heard some kind of stat last night. They were talking about how many curlers there are in the United States as opposed to Canada, and there's something like 15,000.
In the United States?
In the U.S.
Yeah, but that's all the northern states, you got to think.
I know.
Right near the border of Canada.
Dude, there's millions in Canada. Millions.
That's
why they're so much better at it than the Americans, and that's why They really kicked the Americans' ass last night. Put us in a situation where now we got to play the Brits for the bronze.
Oh, of course.
And
it's gonna be a tough match, by the way.
Right.
The Brits are tough.
And the Canadians, I guess, are playing, Norway?
I think so, yeah.
For the gold or the silver?
I'll be watching that entire match.
Got to.
I'm not even kidding.
I'm hooked. I'm fixated. It's done. I'm a curling fan.
I have a question.
You're a curling faggot.
Why
curling fanatic?
Why is it when the person who pushes the iron has like a paint stick in their hand too?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Why can't they just drop that stick? Because they're not doing any sweeping.
I don't know.
Does it balance them out maybe when they're kneeling like that?
That's one of the rules I don't know about yet.
I have seen 3 people sweeping on the Rock at one time.
What?
3 people.
You couldn't have.
Yeah, I did.
All on the same team?
Yep, same team, same Rock. Brr, 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 sweeping away. One guy was really kind of ahead of him, just kind of clearing it up a little for him, and then the other 2 going like madmen.
How do you like when one team has it's going to be a perfect shot, and they're done with their sweeping, and then the other team comes in and goes, fuck that, and starts sweeping to try to, give it a little more action to get it out of the circle?
They're allowed. It's in the rules.
Jimmy's like...
No. Curling actually reminds me...
Jimmy's very concerned.
Curling kind of reminds me of football, but it sucks.
I bet you there are more curlers in Canada than bowlers. Someone's got to find out that stat for us. So there's the latest on that. Anthony is addicted to curling.
Addicted, gotta watch it.
Disgusted with the Tuyas.
I'm amazed also at how with reckless abandon, they walk around the rocks and poke at them with their sticks, and they don't move. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't seen one guy accidentally kick one yet. What happens?
I don't know.
What happens if they accidentally kick one and move it?
I want to see one fatty
just fuck it up.
Just fall down.
Haven't seen it.
You know, one Olympics when they had like the Jamaican bobsled team and it was all cute because they really didn't know what the hell they were doing.
They didn't know what they were doing.
They should have one team from some ridiculous country
that had no business being
no
there.
Kenya,
Ecuador,
Kenya,
Africa.
Yeah.
Do some kind of
Africa.
Yeah.
The Nairobi fucking curling team.
Or just go with like the Caribbean curling team.
Yeah.
Where they just fuck it up, but it would make for some fun TV.
They got to practice on like some kind of granite with lard rubbed on it because they just don't have ice.
They're barefoot on the ice.
Oh, horrible.
All right.
Their brooms are like bamboo and conch shells. They got to improvise.
And they make it to the finals.
Yeah.
They have gusto.
They have heart.
And every night I'm trying to watch the Olympics. I'm like, this is a big thing. I don't know. I like the curling, which is so stupid. I never thought I would like curling.
Whoever thought?
I like the hockey, and the United States just sucked this
They're
Olympics.
out now. That's it, huh? They got eliminated.
And I like the snowboarding, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much. And some of the speed skating is pretty interesting, but...
What is she using?
What?
The woman that just threw the rock.
Right.
She was using this kind of little thing with a handle on it and a flat piece of wood platform.
What?
Is that allowed?
That's illegal, I think.
I don't know what that is.
They better check her for steroids or something.
Is it like women's push-ups? They're able to do a little different thing?
Nordby threw up a corner guard. You can see it there in between the yellow and the red.
Yeah, you can
out in
see
front
it.
of the rings. Can't touch that one until after the fourth rock has been played because it's in the free guard zone.
Free guard zone.
Between the house and the hog line is the free guard zone.
Yeah,
second Dennis Bacher for Canada.
Can we roll out?
You can't touch that one.
Gotta come.
Oh, boy, that's
just curl a bit more to stay, and it does.
That's a great move.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Jimmy's like really concerned.
I love it. I love the curling.
Chicks with brooms. It's fucking awful.
We better turn off the TV because now Aunt and I have to study this
Gonna
game.
be all distracted because I'm looking at what they got to do now.
Yeah, I'm looking at those two stones going, what do you do? What do you do? Do you throw a guard or do you knock that one out?
A good throw could get them both.
I'm thinking
You got to hit it thin, though.
No, you can't hit that thin. No way, Aunt. That's like doing the, the 7-10 split in bowling. You ain't getting that done.
They're not going for that. I saw Canada make some amazing throws there last night, though. Knocking out 2 at one time.
Yeah.
Nope, just putting up another guard.
All right. Well, why don't we turn off the curling?
Yeah, let's get the curling off because I will just be watching it like a mad person.
I felt very proud last night when that email came in.
You got me.
I was too busy watching American Idol, so You got me hooked on the American Idol, so see what we do for each other.
Touché.
I haven't watched American Idol this far ever. And
God bless.
And now I'm going all the way to the end with this American Idol.
God bless the DVR. I got to tell you, you start watching American Idol, you DVR it, you start watching it a little after 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock.
That's exactly what we did last night.
Right, from the beginning, you will make it all the way till 10 o'clock without having to watch one goddamn commercial or promo for a Fox show.
You know, now I like American Idol was 8 to 10 last night.
Yep.
I watched something else from 8 to 8:30, knowing I could still watch American Idol all the way to 10 o'clock.
Yep, and then you fast forward through all the commercials, and it times out perfect that by the end, you've burnt up a half hour worth of commercial time.
And you know what? It's too good to be true, the DVR. I don't know what it's called in your city. And, you know, you might be just using the TiVo. You know, it's like a TiVo. It's too good to be true.
Yeah,
it's too good to be true. Something's going to happen with the cable companies.
Yeah, because now the sponsors are paying a lot of money for people to just whiz right past their commercial spots.
Well, what they're going to do is they'll probably do more product placement on shows. If you see a lot more of that, I'm guessing.
Well, American Idol, they have the
Coca-Cola
cups in front of them, and they're not even drinking them. That's just there for product placement.
You will notice the Coke logo is front and center on all three of their cups.
Right.
And when Ryan Seacrest talks to the contestants before they go out to sing, they're sitting on the Coca-Cola couch with a Coke logo in the corner and Coke bottles on the upholstery.
And that's probably no accident.
I don't think it is.
And they don't touch those Coca-Cola cups in front of them.
No,
so it makes it look
stay there.
It makes it look really stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't look natural. They're just perfectly placed, in front of each one of them.
Yeah.
That Ryan Seacrest, I can't stand.
That kid's got charisma, Ope.
He stinks. He has nothing to say. He has his own walk-on music. Just before he talks, they start that American Idol music.
He nailed Simon with a good one last night, though. Got him toward the end.
What?
Not what he
By
said,
saying
but
that these kids need constructive criticism?
No. Simon said something, and then he turned it around. And Simon said that the guy up there looked like the opening act for Chippendales.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Ryan turned around and went, "Oh, why don't you tell us about what opening acts for Chippendales look like? You go to a lot of those, do you, Simon?" And Simon had no answer for it, and he turned a little red. Got a little embarrassed.
So you're a fan of Ryan Seacrest?
No, I just thought you got to give him credit for one line.
His whole job on the show is to kind of riff and come up with stuff after they all sing.
Yeah, a little spontaneous interview with the contestant.
And he has nothing to say, so he's just commenting, saying a lot of just dumb negative stuff.
Babbling.
Like, hey, I've never seen that color red on anyone before. When the Levittown kid performed?
Yeah.
And his parents are in the audience, and Ryan goes, "Well, I've never seen that color red before on a human being." And I'm thinking at home, way to point out that the guy probably has heart problems, Ryan. That's great.
The guy's got rosy cheeks.
Right.
Ew, did he have rosacea?
No.
Ew.
His whole face was red.
He's a little guy. He's only 16. He is.
Oh, I'm talking about his father, though.
Oh, his father. Yeah.
When his son performed, then they showed the father in the audience. He's beat red.
Yeah.
And Ryan's like, "Wow, your father's a little nervous. I've never seen a color red like that before."
Blood pressure problem?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, hello, that's not nerves. That's
maybe you shouldn't comment on it.
That's probably a blood pressure thing or a heart thing happening.
I got to be honest, I hate people with rosy cheeks.
Oof.
It drives me nuts. It's like a perfect target to slap.
Well, that kid's got the rosy cheeks. He's got a lisp.
Ugh.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
And all the chicks that are contestants all love him as a friend.
Of course.
They wanted to pinch his cheeks and hug him, but no fucking for him. Not like that one guy that looks the part of American Idol.
Ace Young or whatever?
Ace. His singing is marginal. He picked a song last night, Father Figure, I think he did.
Yeah.
That was like, he was trying so hard to be sexy and get the girl vote.
He was playing right to the camera.
Yeah, playing to the camera.
With the fuck me looks and
doing
stuff.
another Constantine from last season. And I don't know. I think it's going to work for him as far as getting the chicks to vote for him. But if it'll carry him to the end and the win, I don't think so. There were some pretty good singers last night.
How about the rosy-cheeked boy? Will he win?
No.
He's got a lisp.
He's got a unique voice for his size.
He's got a great voice, but he has
it's kind of weird. It's almost like he's got a kind of a soulful voice coming out of a little guy like that, but he's got that awful lisp. So he's singing these songs, and he's got a Cindy Brady thing going on.
How about this? If you have a lisp and you're over the age of 2, either fix it or fucking shoot yourself.
Age of 2.
It's aggravating.
How do you fix a lisp?
You go to speech therapy. You think I didn't have one when I was a
had a
boy?
lisp, Jimmy?
I said
No.
my F is like this.
Did you?
I certainly did.
That's adorable.
And I went to speech class in 3rd grade. I even have a photo of myself with my speech class giving the old thumbs up.
Did you used to say Monster Rain?
I don't know what I'd say. I think I said, ho, 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 ho. You couldn't really hear the lisp. The cock between the teeth and tongue kind of stopped it.
Evan in Connecticut.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Evan.
Miss Soundboard kept flutter. But, so, yeah, Ann, you were saying about combating the DVR. What about the stupid ads that they put at the bottom of the screen for the shows that are coming up during the show?
Yeah. Yeah, those are really annoying. They're getting bigger and bigger and more intrusive into what you're watching.
I actually jumped. I forgot what show I was watching, and a dog comes out of nowhere that has nothing to do with the show.
Yeah.
To advertise something else. And it was like, what the hell was that?
And sometimes they make noises. They'll go like, "Ruff, ruff, ruff,"
yeah, in the middle
corner.
of your show.
You're like, hey, I'm watching something here. Excuse me.
You know, that guy brings up a good point. That is so freaking annoying. At first,
Really
it was
annoying.
just a little thing.
Oh, a transparent station logo would be there, barely noticeable, but kind of there, subliminal.
But they realized that wasn't effective enough, so now they needed motion.
Yep.
So then they went with motion type graphics.
Yeah.
And now that's not good enough. So now they want to get your attention by having the dog bark, and you're like, what?
Now they
Makes you
come
look down
flying
at the dog to get the quick advertising in, and then you go back to your show.
If there's a NASCAR event coming up, you'll be watching a show, and then you'll hear "Wong, wong, 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 wong," and a NASCAR thing will come ripping onto your screen. Like, what the fuck? I just missed what the guy was talking about. Distracting.
Yeah. All right.
It's really annoying.
Hey, we got a lot of guys outside the studio.
Yeah, who are these fellas?
Don't you have homes?
Who are these 5 gentlemen?
They are called pests, Jimmy.
Oh, good.
You don't. You don't know Bam and the rest of them.
There's a rusted Chevette parked out front. I want it towed away immediately.
I didn't recognize Bam the Glare. All right.
They decided to do a little something this morning.
A little recon, a little.
Yeah, we'll get into what they did in a few minutes here. Ed in Connecticut. Ed.
Yeah, it was really funny on American Idol last night. The whole night, my wife is going, I can't wait for Ace to come on. Oh my God, he's so cute.
See?
And then he started talking about George Michael, and when he got up to start singing, he goes, "Oh, he's a fag."
Fag in a restroom.
And then Paula even said, "All my guy friends are waiting to vote for you."
Yeah, she made like a gay reference there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know something? The guy's voice is marginal at best. He chose a song, and even Simon said it was a very wise choice for him. He chose a song that starts with a very low main vocal, and the background vocals are very loud, and it covers up a lot of what he's doing until he gets more comfortable. Because some of these people come out, and the first thing that's got to come out of their mouth is a very key note or a very powerful note, and if they don't hit it right from the start, you go like, ew. You know, and then it winds up they're trying to just make up for that fuck up at the beginning. This guy chose a song that was just drenched in background vocals, and then he was able to kind of work into what he did. It made him look a lot better than he was.
How many?
What do you think of that guy Taylor, the wacky looking gray hair guy?
Let me jump in.
Yep.
I love that guy, Taylor Hicks. He's got gray hair. He's 29 years old, and he's got soul in his heart.
Original. He's got the Joe Cocker. Ray Charles thing going on, a little bit of a Michael McDonald look from the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah,
with
Boy,
the
that
gray hair.
reeks of stardom.
Yeah, right.
He's 20, looks like Michael McDonald.
Honestly,
boy, sign him up.
Honestly, though, this, as they like to say, this competition is not for him in the end. Because they're looking for like that. They're looking for the look of a pop star, a young pop star.
That bald guy, I think.
The
Bon Jovi singer.
Oh, Wanted Dead or Alive, man! Did he?
That guy did a great job, man. He's got a great voice.
I like the gray hair guy though a lot, and I bet you that something happens with that guy.
Yeah,
in the music business.
Even if he doesn't win.
If he's not going to win, but there's something unique and different about him where I think some record company's going to take a chance on him.
And then the other guy that sang the Stevie Wonder song. Yamin, his name was, the last name,
Yeah,
Yamin.
I didn't like him.
I thought he did a pretty good job with that. That's a very hard song. In the middle of it, there's barely any music at all, and he's still got to follow note for note, and he didn't miss one note during the whole song. I think it was,
what song did he do?
He looks like
Doesn't he look a little like Goat Boy?
Can't remember the name of the song. It's a Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah, I forget. We're going to have all the performances, just, quick clips of everybody. Not everybody, but some of the ones that stood out last night.
Oh, that one, Steve, you wanted to know, where's my keys? Or do
Take care.
do these pants match anything?
Am I really where you say I am?
Know what I liked? And the guy just missed was...
Copacabana?
Oh, fuck no.
That motherfucker
Oh, my God.
has got to go. If he isn't voted off...
He looked like the Puerto Rican John Candy.
Oh,
didn't he? Had
we
that John
were
Candy about him?
saying he looked like a bloated Gomez Adams.
Yeah, that's good, too. He's a mess.
Really a mess. And he comes out all flamboyant, of course. And by flamboyant, I mean flaming homosexual. Wearing some kind of tuxedo-type outfit, singing Barry Manilow's Copacabana. Badly.
And Simon said, what did he say about Vegas? There's a hotel room somewhere in Vegas where someone is screaming, and that's where Barry Manilow is.
Barry
right now.
Manilow is in Vegas. Just you could hear him screaming and looking at the television.
As far as a Puerto Rican John Candy, that was actually a good movie. He did Planes, Trains, and Live in My Automobile.
It was If You Really Love Me, the Stevie Wonder song. If anybody cares.
I don't know it.
Thank you, E-Rock.
Yeah, you'd know if you heard it.
And the one I thought he just missed was the good old boy singing Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, he was trying a little too hard with that one, I think.
That's a great song, by the way.
Trying to be a little too gritty, and I think it affected his voice.
I actually want to hear that song now. Leonard Skinner, Simple Man.
Simple Man. Let's hear the live version.
No, that's okay.
I don't know Simple Man, and I like Leonard Skinner.
You know Simple Man.
I probably do, but I don't know it.
If you heard it, you
How's
know
it go, sweetie?
You got a little Simple Man for us there, Derek?
And if you've got to sing any song and can't hit every single note that the original did, you got to take it down. Don't do it.
What about the guy trying to sing Reasons by Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh, God.
Reasons that we
It was all done in falsetto. It was horrible. Like he was screaming.
All right, let's check out a little Simple Man. Leonard Skinner.
You know this one, Jimmy, right?
On your home of rock and roll.
It's a 3 for Thursday.
They loved their intros back then.
Mama told me when I was young, sat beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come, they will pass. We'll find a woman, and you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there is someone up above.
There you go, a little taste of Leonard Skinner's Simple Man.
Dude,
That's the way it's
That's
done.
great. I've never heard that.
You're kidding.
I swear to God, I love Leonard Skinner too. Just a little bit I've listened
That will
to.
be on your iPod tonight.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm getting that for my my iTunes.
And get the Ballad of Curtis Lowe too.
I haven't listened
Lovely
to
song.
I haven't listened to Skinner in so long. That was one of my favorite bands growing up. That's one band I always forget to talk about when we talk about bands growing
That's great.
up.
They were great.
Leonard Skinner. Oh man,
huge.
That guy had a lovely voice.
Let's say hi to Josh in D.C. Josh.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up, sweet tits?
Hi, Josh.
How are you? I listened to the website called votefortheworst.com, and they want you to vote for the worst American Idol.
Yeah.
Last night they have Bobby Bennett up there, who's the Copacabana guy.
Yeah.
And the girl from Tuesday night with the real annoying raspy voice. So basically, if you vote enough times, if obviously you know about the site, you vote enough times, the worst person stays on the show. And, of course, the best people get voted off, like Ace. I hope he goes.
All right. Ace isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I know. He's too much of a Constantine Part 2, and that's the problem. That's
Yeah, with his look that he gives at the end of his song.
Now that I'm involved in this stupid show, I just hope America does the right thing and votes for the kids that have talent.
They usually do. You'll watch. Copacabana guy's got to go.
Yeah.
He sucked so bad. And then the first guy that got up last night, can't remember his name or the song he did. It was really bad.
Oh, the lounge thing?
Yeah, that crooner guy has got to go.
He was doing Crazy Little Thing Called
Crazy
Love.
Little Thing Called Love. With his crooner voice, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. You drive me crazy. I love that rock and roll. She drive me crazy. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Get the fucking crooners. Enough with the crooners. Crooners and opera singers. Stay the fuck out of American Idol.
Can you please do a little more?
She give me hot and cold fever, leave me in a cold, cold sweat. I gotta be cool, relax, get hip, get on my track, take a backseat, hitchhike, take a long ride on a motorbike till I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. That's ruiner.
Someone
Kill
has to
yourself.
pipe in. Ready, Freddy?
Yes.
Forgot
Ready,
that.
Freddy.
Ready, Freddy.
That's right.
Let's go to Chris on Long Island. Chris?
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Yo, I got to call you guys out.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You guys are into old Metallica, Disturbed, and Sabbath?
Well, there's a few other bands you're forgetting. But
Okay, but yet you're talking about curling, American Idol, and man foot up man's ass from yesterday's show?
All right, don't carry over yesterday's homosexuality.
Dude, the
into
foot up
today's
the ass
show.
was less gay than curling an American Idol.
Let's keep it in perspective. This is a brand new homo show today.
Yeah, I think so. This is out of control.
Sir, don't lump me in with these two fruits. I don't like curling. I don't like American Idol.
Well, Jimmy, as far as we're on the subject, I watched that Crash movie the other night.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you like so much about it?
The fact that every time I thought it was well acted, I love Don Cheadle. I think he's one of the best guys in Hollywood. And the other guy, Terrence Howard, was fantastic. The whole thing was well acted. And I love the fact that every time you thought they were going to do something, they did something else.
It wasn't predictable.
Every time.
It was a Hollywood movie that wasn't predictable.
It was just like so off the wall, though.
It was, but it was supposed to be Matt Dillon like saving the girl. I mean, there was obviously connections that were made on purpose, but they give vindication to every character, which I like, and they kind of vilify every character. But when's the last time you saw a white cop get any kind of vindication in a Hollywood movie?
You don't.
Exactly. That's why I liked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Crash was great.
That's all I needed to know.
And Don Cheadle was fucking hilarious. So when do they get all these great cultures? When all these great cultures get together and decide to park their cars on the lawn? One of the best lines of the year. I love Don Cheadle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
By the way, I saw Truman Capote. No one's beating
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
He has the Oscar.
Good.
Holy
Good
shit.
job.
Doesn't look like Truman Capote, but he nailed the character and the
Yeah.
voice. And I thought it would be kind of a fun, goofy little movie. Pretty heavy shit. I didn't know what it was about.
Does he wear a half shirt at any time?
No.
Love when he's wearing that half shirt.
He might be the best. You couldn't get an argument if someone said he's the best.
It was unbelievable. You know, the whole movie's about his book In Cold Blood and how that came about, and which is just an unbelievable book. And wow, what a movie. I saw another movie last night.
Look at the mullet on the bowling guy. Sorry, I'm distracted now because, look, they took curling off, and now bowling is on, which is also kind of cool to watch how good they are.
Not really.
At a sport. Look. That should have been in the gutter.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. It has to be on the edge and then cuts over.
See, Canada, that's our little sport.
Go ahead.
When I bowl, I just stand with my legs apart and put both my hands between my legs, and I reach back, and I roll the ball, and I clap.
And if it goes to the gutter, it's okay because there are bumpers in there.
Because I'm having fun.
It's bumper bowling for Jimmy.
Do you guys
on
want
your
to know
birthday?
On my birthday, I'm having fun.
Don't start the birthday thing.
No, I mean legitimately on your birthday.
Yeah,
We
is it really
go
your
bowling
birthday
for a
today?
birthday
Yes, happy
party.
birthday.
Thank you.
I saw a movie last night.
What'd you see?
I went to Blockbuster.
Wow, those places still exist?
I know, because I usually do movies on demand.
Did you rent a VCR tape?
No.
Who's going to Blockbuster for VCR tapes anymore?
Who is going to Blockbuster?
Stand corrected. What white people are going to Blockbuster for videotapes?
I rented Thumbsuckers.
Thumbsuckers?
Ask me what Thumbsuckers was about.
Opie, what was Thumbsuckers about?
I don't know.
You have no clue?
No.
Who's in it?
That's why I rented it. Because it got 2 thumbs up from those dopes in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
They give, you know what? That used to mean something, 2 thumbs up.
Now, nothing.
They give 2... Next time you're in Blockbuster, look at the backs of all the movies. They give 2 thumbs up to every single movie that's in Blockbuster. It was Vince Vaughn is in a teacher. The dude from Full Metal Jacket.
D'Onofrio.
That blows his brains out.
Private Pile, yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Who's also in, what is the show he's in? TV show?
One of those CSIs.
Type of thing. He was great as the father in this movie. And then you got Keanu Reeves as the orthodontist.
Can I say star-studded?
And then this kid who sucks his thumb.
I can.
And then he tries to stop sucking his thumb. And then he's on pills. And the pills make him a great debater. And then he decides that he doesn't want to do that anymore, so he throws his pills away. And then he smokes pot with the really hot piece of ass from his class.
Comedy? Drama? What is this?
I don't know.
You don't even know that?
Dramedy?
No clue.
Dramedy.
No clue.
Tragic comedy.
Maybe we could try to figure out what that movie was about later today.
You just summed it up. That's an interesting plot line.
I haven't seen it.
And then I guess the end of the movie, he's sucking his thumb again.
Yeah.
And it's just okay.
Oh, no.
It's almost like Flowers for Algernon.
What?
Where the beginning, he's got this problem, and then they fix the problem, and during the middle of the movie, it's really good for him and works out some kind of positive thing.
So far, the same exact thing.
And then at the end, it works out where he's just right back where he started.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But this guy's just sucking his thumb. Flowers from Algernon, he was a fucking retard. They gave him some drugs, and he was like a genius. And he's there at the blackboard trying to figure out how to cure his disease. And he's a genius. And then the drug starts wearing off. Doesn't work for him anymore, and he starts getting frustrated at himself because he's going back into a retard. And at the end, there he is, just sitting there with his little sweater on, kind of rocking in his chair and drooling, and he was a fucking genius.
See, that kind of reminds me of Joey Silvera's Hellcats 4.
Oh.
There's a girl in the beginning,
All right.
schoolgirl minding her business.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, she's got 3 cocks in her face.
Right.
Yeah.
And everything is okay. But at the end of the scene, she's got a load on her and no cocks, and she's okay with it.
And everything's right back where
it's
it was.
all
full
about
circle.
redemption. I think that's the point we're making. It's personal acceptance and redemption.
Can we get a clip of that movie for the show?
Yeah, they don't sell it in Blockbuster. I think Blockbuster, they ran out quickly. Copies were stolen.
All right, let's say hi to Jimmy on Long Island. Jimmy, what's up?
Hey, Ope.
How you doing, Ope? I was just letting you know I went to the restaurant last night.
My brother's
Phenomenal.
restaurant? Oh, thank you.
It was excellent.
Phenomenal.
That lady Heather there, sitting in front, she's very nice. She made us feel welcome and warm. Nice place.
Heather is great. Yeah, she sits everyone. My brother's in the back still cooking because he doesn't trust anyone with his food yet. But his food is phenomenal, isn't it?
Oh, excellent. I had the prime rib pork there. My girlfriend had the chicken.
Right on, bro.
Unbelievable. We didn't want to leave. We were hanging out there talking. I'm BSing with her. Good time.
Yeah, my brother got a nice mention at Newsday yesterday, actually. So the buzz is out there. He's doing great so far. F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington. We're doing...
Place is packed.
That's what he called me last night. He goes, dude, the place is packed tonight. And he wasn't expecting that. So, people are talking. People are talking and telling others how great the food is. So...
Well, I'll be a regular. I'm going back next week.
I'm really proud of him because he's worked his whole life for other people since he was like 15, and finally he gets to do it on his own, and he's proven that he's worthy, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was great. The desserts, the appetizers, everything was great.
My sister makes the cheesecake.
I heard, but they were bringing some over. We didn't get to have any.
And my brother-in-law is behind the bar, giving the bar away.
I'm going to go when he's working then.
No, Fish is cool, and then Fish's father does the magic tricks. We got a whole family thing happening there. And we're doing late night karaoke a week from this coming Saturday.
Looking forward to it.
Saturday we'll be there.
Late night karaoke, and I think we're going to do it on Pal Talk too, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of the country. So,
all right, guys, punch it out.
Sorry, Jimmy. A week from this Saturday, late night karaoke at the old restaurant.
And Spike, he's from Chicago over there. I know the movie's name is Charlie. That's the movie, but it's based on the book. That's where they took the story from Flowers for Algernon and made the movie Charlie.
All right.
I have a question.
I know that, Spike. Thank you.
At karaoke,
yes.
I think I probably will go because I'll be off. I'll be in town, but I'm trying to think of a song to sing, and I
What
would
could
like.
Jimmy sing?
I don't know.
Do you know a Black Sabbath song?
I know all.
Sure
of them.
you do.
I know some.
War Pigs is always good because the crowd helps you with that one.
Yeah.
They all sing along.
But I think that there's a tender side of me.
Oh, you might want to do a sensitive song?
I think so.
I'm going to sing Earth, Wind, and Fire, Reasons.
Are you really going to do woo?
No.
I'm going to be all about, I'm announcing right now.
Yeah.
So don't blow up my spot, anybody. Don't go, when you get there, filling out your little slips with the songs on it, because I want to do, me, it's all about Neil Diamond that night.
Yeah?
You're going to hear a lot of Love on the Rocks. Ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Maybe I'll do it as a crooner. Love on the Rocks. Ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink. They'll talk like the fucking... They sing like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. That's what a crooner is. If I only had a heart. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Vote him out.
Goodbye to you.
Stinking crooner.
Momo, faithful listener of the show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy and friends.
Hello.
Jimmy, first of all, I want to tell you, I am not a gay man. But
Oh,
if
hang
I
up.
Were,
Yeah.
Pardon me? If I were, I would be on your ass like white on rice. You have the cutest, sexiest ass I've seen on a man in a long time.
Do you know, sir, it's funny you say that, but many have told me.
Yeah, you're calling us faggy, and you're the one showing man ass every day.
Well, I have a
But
man
it's
ass.
not man ass.
It's boy
He's
ass.
showing a young boy's ass stuck on a grown man.
Dude, so what? You think the pets don't want to see it?
See,
What, they don't want to
he's
view?
calling us like faggy, but there
Hold
you
on.
go.
Enjoy, boys. Enjoy.
He's showing his ass to some of the pests. We'll get into the pest thing in a minute or two here.
Hey, but the reason I called, gentlemen, was that I had a question, see if I can test your rock and roll trivia. I heard the song by the Rolling Stones last night on XM on, I think it was Top Track, Let It Bleed.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a killer song. And I was wondering, do you guys, any of you know who the chick was that does the backing vocals, that has that solo part in the middle? She like, does a really high, I don't know what you want to call it, but her voice cracks at the end, but it's just so passionate.
Yeah.
So awesome, man. It just it gives me chills.
That's one of the best cracks in rock history. Is her singing that "It's Just a Shot Away," and her voice cracks, and it's like air. All it's coming out is air, but it's got like a note to it.
Yeah,
it's an amazing vocal crack that is his history.
You know who knows the Stones is Ben. Maybe Ben knows.
I actually do know who the woman is.
Come on.
Oh, really, Jimmy?
Yeah.
And what's the answer?
Yeah.
No, a lot of people don't realize that was actually Francine.
Oh.
Our old intern.
Yeah.
Wow. Here it is. It's actually, it sounds different when you isolate the vocal.
All right.
Instead of in the context of the song. But here is her vocal isolated. Listen to the crack. It's amazing.
Don't make me trump you. Because I got a sound. You want to play? We can trade sounds today, by the way.
We can.
Yes. What would you offer? Everyone knows now that me and Anthony have instant replay.
Well, there's going to be a day where I do all sounds. I want that day.
All right.
I'm going to do the sound effects.
Okay. Anthony, you have this one, right? We both have that,
the
right?
Tom Sizemore thing, or the loudest orgasm?
What?
Mary Clayton.
Mary Clayton? Murray Clayton.
Mary
Clayton is the answer.
Murray Clayton?
It's what was his last name? God damn it.
Let's
Murray
say
Slaughter.
Let's say hi to Dugout Doug. Dougie.
It's Doug the Yahtzee player. Now, I want a V in my name.
Oh, he wants a "the" as a caller. Doug the Yahtzee player.
Doug the Yahtzee player. I only wish that I could sing karaoke, too, since O&A karaoke was originated in my Pal Talk room. Are we going to be able to sing over Pal Talk at F.H. Riley's?
Yeah, we got to figure all that out.
Wow, that would be really difficult to do, to actually mic the Pal Talk. Well, we'll work on it.
Doug, if you come up, we'll let you host the whole thing.
Oh, what an offer.
He's a great host online,
I'm not even kidding. We'll let you host the whole thing at the restaurant.
What an offer.
If you can't make it this time, I think if it goes well, we're going to try to do this like once a month, once every 2 months.
I will be up there for the St. Patty's Day festivities.
Then that's not going to work, unfortunately. Well, how about the next time we do it?
And I fully expect major presidential treatment that night for St. Patrick's Day. Also, I'm not sure if you've heard about the new site, fullblownaids.com, which is dedicated to the Opie and Anthony experience. So if there's anything out there on the Pal Talk, like the old karaoke night audio, it's on the fullblownaids.com. And last night we had a very interesting night in one of the Pal Talk rooms. I invented a game about 6 months ago called Guess How Well I Wiped, which is a takeoff of Guess What's in My Pants.
Right.
Except it's played with the Pal Talk cam, and it's rubbed up and down, side to side, in a circular motion on the woman's most dirtiest of areas. And what we do is we guess how well they wiped. We had our first 2 games last night. So if anybody has the video and they can send it to me, we'll get it up on the fullblownaids.com for all to enjoy.
I'd love to see it.
Hold on, not that you're not enticing people with chicks might have a shit on the camera on fullblownaids.com, but are you talking about their boxes or their asses?
They're assholes.
Wait, they're wiping it with the camera?
Yeah. They
oh my!
And then what we do, there's 3 categories, kind of like Guess What's in My Pants. Category number 1 is the melted fudgicle. Category number 2 is the s'mores, which is just a little bit of brown in the white of the tissue.
Right.
And category number 3 is the clean snap, which means they didn't even have to wipe at all. And last night there was a little discrepancy in the second game, and the girl actually wiped for us on cam and showed us the paper, and it was clean.
Okay.
Night on Pal Talk.
So here's what you're doing. You didn't describe it very well, Doug, or Doug, the Yahtzee player. The woman wipes with toilet paper.
No. She rubs the cam on her asshole.
And what is that going to do, though? How can you determine filth by rubbing the cam?
They're just rubbing a cam on their asshole.
All right,
fucking
doesn't
great.
have to. Okay, and then you guess, and she's got to prove it by wiping and showing the camera.
The first girl, we took her word for it because she, I believe, answered s'mores, so we kind of figured, yeah, she looked like a one-wipe kind of girl.
Yeah.
But the second one, I don't know, a lot of people thought it was the fudgicle, but it turned out she was a clean snap, so she verified by wiping with toilet paper to show that there was absolutely nothing there.
See, that seems to be a key part of the game right there, is to have the girl wipe afterwards and then put that up to the camera, because that would be really funny to see some goods.
Yeah, you take a wet nap, right? You take a wet nap and you have them wrap it around their finger and push it up into their dumper a little and then pull it out and watch if it doesn't look like a little brown ghost from the finger imprint.
So if anybody has that audio, send it to me. We'd love to get it up on the site for all to see.
Very good.
Opie and Anthony experience is taking over. This took place at 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, we want to say that as much as possible. We only do 4 hours of radio a day, and the Opie and Anthony experience just continues all night long if you have Pal Talk or if you're hanging out on one of the fan sites.
I heard they upped the amount of people that can get into the Opie and Anthony fan room. From 250 to, I think, 1,500 people now.
1,500 people can now get on.
Last night, again, over 250 people in the fan room. It just happens.
Just all night long,
it's
right?
It's a thing all night long. There's people hanging out in there.
There's this chick, Beach Bunny. Did you see Beach Bunny? She was flashing and showing her hiney and her breast. I was very pleased.
Lot of nudity. Gotta love it.
I got her right after. She would not play Guess How Well I Wiped last night, but she did play Guess How Well I Can Hide the Purple Dildo last night.
Did she really?
And if anybody has that video, please send it to dugoutdoug@fullblownaids.com, and we'll get that up also.
All right,
I missed that.
Thank you, Doug.
So keep checking all day. I have a feeling that it may materialize sometime soon.
Hi, Flower.
Did you hear what the pest did this morning?
I heard all about it, but I know that pain in the ass is outside. I see him in the window right now.
There he is.
Right.
Oh, they're all raising their hands. Which pain in the ass?
I forgot about
Big
Pal
ass
Talk.
member.
Yeah,
that
Bam is here.
Bam, he is a fabulous guy.
All right, we're going to
take. It was mentioned on Howard too, and I already sent the audio in.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll get into what the pests did to Howie this morning. Thanks,
and the guys
Doug.
in the war room, keep going. Take it easy.
All right, Doug, everyone. We'll go to break with some lounge singing, Anthony. Richard Cheese does it better.
Richard Cheese.
He does it better than anyone.
The crooner.
He's doing...
If I only had a heart.
Down with the Sickness by Disturbed here.
Very good.
Calling all freaks.
Motherfuckers! All right, you're checking out the O&A show. The O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. And thanks to the pests helping us out. And Hawk. And good old E-Rock. E-Rock. Your job is very simple. Yes, you have a job. So is E-Rock. You do have a job if you're listening to this program. If you like what you're hearing, you tell a friend. Maybe there's a download on one of our websites that you go, oh my God, this is great. I got to spread this around a little bit.
Yes.
Spread it around with a little, hey, this was on the Opie and Anthony show. That's how the virus spreads.
Like an African drum maker's pelt. Wave it in people's faces. Give them the sickness.
It's time for more Howie audio. Before you go, it's only 27 seconds today.
All right.
It's only 27 seconds.
27 seconds of a babbling, desperate buffoon.
XM is fighting back. In fact, when I pulled into the station today, there were 3 guys from the O&A Army with signs.
Yeah, those the big Army. Those were the same 3. They were the same 3 guys that were at the last day of the show over at K-Rock.
They rolled out the Army. I got to tell you something. I couldn't believe the extent of that army. I mean, you know, I better shut my mouth.
Scary too.
Yeah, pretty scary guys, and I got to tell you, that's a pretty awesome sight when you see all 3 of those signs.
God, at least we're giving Howard some energy.
Yeah. That's good. We're helping him out.
We're helping him out, giving him some energy, because usually it's a lot of pauses and dead air and monotone and just sitting there. We're giving him an energy. And Howard, I want to thank you. You're playing right into this, you stupid fuck.
Thank you.
Our whole job is to get under your skin and make you mention us.
Every day.
And keep making fun of the O&A Army.
Yeah.
He'll make fun of it to the point that he'll go to his bosses and he'll try to have us stopped.
Somehow,
some way.
Good luck.
I had no idea this was going on. I got to be honest. Did you?
No.
I guess Bam and the gang, they're outside the studio.
They're very secretive.
They decided not to go with masses, by the way. Because that's what Howard is getting at here, that I guess we planned this huge thing this morning and only 3 guys showed up. That's not the case. I didn't even know about it. The O&A pests are doing things on their own, and that makes me a little nervous, but they're promising that, they're using their intelligence and their smarts, right?
Uh-oh.
So, I mean, we're a little nervous, but they seem to be learning and getting better and smarter about things. And Bam's in studio here, and he decided, what the fuck, I'm going to get a little platoon together.
Right.
And we're going to...
Sometimes you just take a few guys out.
Yep. And they decided on their own that they were going to just meet Howard this morning and say hi to him as he went to work.
But it's not just this morning. This is Chinese water torture. This is going to be every morning that he comes to his office. There are going to be 5 O&A Army members, pests, standing out there greeting him, greeting Fred, greeting Gary, greeting Artie, greeting everyone, just saying hi, making our presence known. It's not going to annoy him the first couple of days, but after 3 months of it.
You kidding me?
See?
You kidding me? After the show today, they're already going to, figure out how he can make it into the building without seeing you guys.
He does. He already does. He drives his limo into the truck entrance, and they pull down the gates so he doesn't have to get outside.
Ooh, nice. Where can I get that arrangement? Jesus Christ. I have to hand my keys to Poe.
Because he wants to just make sure he doesn't, he's not seen by any of his listeners.
Isolate.
He makes certain that he doesn't have to, interact with any of his fans.
No, perish that thought.
God forbid you actually interact with your listeners, Howard, without, a million security guards around you.
Wow, so he just drives in.
He just drives right in, but he saw us, and Howard, there weren't 3 of us, there were 10 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn
it. There were 10.
The whole army showed up.
The whole army, 10.
I heard there was a lot of yelling and screaming going on.
A lot of yelling and screaming. By the way, Jimmy, Artie says hi.
Oh, good. Give my regards. I like Artie.
We will tomorrow morning.
My buddy.
Artie saw me at the Brooklyn Diner. He was nothing but nice to me.
He was the only nice guy. I mean, Gary was pissed off about everything. Fred was pissed off, and Howard, obviously.
Look who they work for.
Right. But
They're pissed every day walking in there.
Artie was a nice guy. He joked around about it, and
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's
drawing a check.
Well, know why he doesn't give a shit? Because he's still having fun. The other guys, they don't know how to have fun anymore.
It's hard to have fun when you got the little dictator running around.
They're
like
not
that.
having fun, and they're full of themselves.
I saw Bobby Slayton last night, who I like, and it's funny, you guys always talked about guests being forced to be canceled. But he's like, yeah, Opie and Anthony won't have me back on. He goes, I fucked up. He goes, I fucked them years ago. He's like, I was supposed to do their show, and at the time Howard was bigger, and he goes, and I called Gary. I said, I want to do Howard. And he goes, well, we're booked today. He goes, well, I'm doing Opie and Anthony tomorrow. Can I do this in the morning? And he said, Gary called him back in like 3 minutes. Howard said, you can do this, but you got to cancel Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, that's a known
Whether
fact.
that was Howard or Gary, I don't know.
No, it's a known fact.
It
That's been going on for years. Because people are like, why have it out for Howard? I mean, there's a whole list. We should just write up the whole thing and throw it up on a website one day.
But that was the first time I had gotten it from somebody that actually
Dude,
happened.
we got cock blocked by him. I can't even tell you. All you have to do is listen to the old NEW show, and you'll notice a couple things. There were no musicians on our show, barely. Here and there we got somebody, and there were no big movie or TV stars.
You know something?
Because we got cock blocked by Howard and Gary.
Being cock blocked would be one thing if he didn't have on his show plenty of times you would hear him say, I can't do it, when he was doing the talk shows years ago. If I do Letterman, I can't do Leno. Or if I do Leno, I can't do Letterman. What's with these guys? They're so insecure that they can't let the same guests do both shows. And then behind the scenes, the reality was he would not let people do our program and then do his.
Mary Carey, the porn star, told us the same thing recently.
Yeah.
What? It's been told us by many, many sources.
Mm-hmm.
Where these people are threatened. You do Opie and Anthony, you don't do our show anymore.
So what is she going to do?
Huh?
What is Mary going to do?
No, she came in and did our show. But she was telling us about the old days, when Howard had a little more power than he has now. He doesn't have that same power. We got Sean White on the show yesterday. I think people are starting to notice we're getting better guests on our satellite radio show because we're not getting cock-blocked as much.
Well, I booked Bam and these other four.
Yeah.
That was not the Booker's doing. That was my doing.
Good job.
I went right over the Booker's head.
You guys got video of what you did this morning?
We had a guy video it. He's editing it down, and he's going to send it in to Steve.
Oh, very good. So that'll be up on opieandanthony.com later today.
So this is Operation Chinese Water Torture. I like that.
Operation Chinese Water.
Operation Just Be a Nudge. I love it.
So you found about 10 guys that don't have jobs,
well,
obviously.
We actually found around 80 people who don't have jobs, and we're going to be on a rotation.
Nice.
So people don't have to wake up every morning early. We're just going to have small groups because it doesn't have to be large. It just has to be an annoyance.
Right.
And this works great. And
so you guys met at what, like 5 in the morning or something?
We met around 4:30 in the morning out in front of Sirius, and we wait for him. That's going to be ongoing.
And then the limo showed up?
Yeah, limo shows up. We run to greet it, and his security guard goes shoving me out of the way.
That's Ronnie. He's a joke, actually. He's a real joke. He thinks he's a tough guy.
Well, keep it verbal, and
Absolutely.
Nothing that'll get anybody into any trouble with the law.
We stay
don't need
more than 10 feet
you
away
guys
from
getting arrested or anything.
No, we stay more than 10 feet away from them,
Yeah.
all nice and everything, just saying, hey, how you doing? We're here again.
We have faith in the pest. We really do.
Are you allowed to have signs, or is that considered a protest that you need a permit for?
No, you don't need. It's only like sound.
They don't
You guys
like
had
signs
You
on
had signs
sticks.
and
We had
everything.
signs,
We had banners. We had our Jingle Ball banner there again.
Oh, very nice. That drove him nuts. You can hear it in his voice. I mean, his energy's way up.
Yeah.
So we're getting under his skin. And he thinks we're being stupid. No, we're very smart, Howard. We're smarter than you, and you know that now.
And this is just one facet of a larger operation that is ongoing.
Taking out his phones.
Right. It's amazing. You guys are pests indeed.
So you waited, and then the limo
showed up. We ran around the limo and
because
holding signs.
Because the limo has to wait for the freaking door to go up.
The door was up, but we got it as it was making the turn in the middle of the street. We were surrounding it, and then we ran around to the front of the building where most people normal people enter, and we got Fred there, and threw a couple of Tell 'em Freds in there. Walking in.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Howard. He protects.
Tell him Fred to Fred.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
That's the beauty of Howard. He's well protected in a limo and has this whole thing set up so he could get to work safely. And he lets the guys that he's worked with for his, for many, many years walk the streets of New York at 5 in the morning. You're such a dick.
Yeah, take a taxi over. Mm-hmm. Like normal people, though.
And Gary and Fred, none of those guys will pipe up, but they know it's true. They have to take cabs and walk the streets of New York, and Howard gets whisked right in with his limo and his security people. That's great, Howard. Fucking pompous ass.
Lucky pompous ass.
Well, good job, guys.
Can I just plug a party this weekend?
Of course you can.
Of course.
We're having an O&A Mardi Gras party, Wow Sticker Stop, Sunday night, 9 p.m. at the Roosevelt Hotel Bar down in New Orleans. So,
Nolens.
You're gonna be down there.
Come down, get your Wow stickers.
You're going to New Orleans for Mardi Gras?
Going down to Mardi Gras. So, 9 p.m. Sunday night at the Roosevelt Hotel Bar.
All right.
I hear this Mardi Gras this year is a lot nicer because of the hurricane. And so what I'm hearing, everyone that has been down there that I've heard from said it's really nice.
It's not as dark out at night.
It's not crazy. You don't have to worry about being shot. The crowds aren't as big, so it's easier to get around and stuff. I kind of like it.
Well, it's like Nick DiPaolo said on stage, and I'm quoting Nick directly.
Oh, no.
That city needed a good douching. Fucking one of the funniest guys in the country.
We really should have went down to Mardi Gras this year.
This was the year we should have went.
Because the crowds are probably cut in half.
Yeah, the crowd's cut in half. And
that's the worst part of going to Mardi Gras. You can't move.
And when you walk those side streets, it's not like we saw last time we went. Young roving gangs punching white people in the face and
white people
groping their girlfriends.
Yeah.
So it's Milk Chocolate City now.
Hey, how do you feel that Howard said that we only have like 5 Army members?
I feel great. If we're only 5, we're doing great. For 5 people, please.
A lot of places at once.
Yeah. I mean, if it's 1 or 1,000, I don't care. Keep mentioning
Army.
Keep mentioning O&A and our show.
How many times did he mention the Army? I mean, he just kept saying it. He couldn't get it out of his head. He's obsessed with it. The Army. Opie and Anthony. The Army. The Army.
There has never been any other show or any other group of fans that has affected him this way.
No,
he's losing it.
Oh, we know that. We know that. This started probably in Boston like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago, we did some bit, and he thought we were ripping him off, and he goes, I'm going to keep an eye on Opie and Anthony. Because people always ask me, where did it start?
That's where it started.
And we were just doing a dumb rock show in Worcester, Massachusetts. We were nobodies.
I even remember what it was. It was a one-off. It wasn't like we had a standard bit that we did. We were goofing on Jeopardy because somebody that was on Jeopardy had done something. Can't even remember the circumstance. But we were goofing on Jeopardy. And it got back to him because he apparently did a Jeopardy thing because no one else has ever parodied Jeopardy. And
we parodied Jeopardy. We did Minority Jeopardy.
Yeah, that was
But it was based on a story that was in the paper, and like you said, it was a one-time thing. We put together this bit when we were still doing bits.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of attention. It was very funny.
And he was doing something like Black Jeopardy.
But that was an ongoing bit he did.
Yeah.
All right? So, obviously similar, but, I mean, it was in the paper.
It was in the paper that day. It wasn't like we did a weekly Minority Jeopardy.
We weren't even thinking.
No. And he jumped on it.
He jumped on it, and we're just two dopes making like $40,000 a year just trying to eke out a living and make a name for ourselves. And here he is from New York, all pompous, like I got a report from this new show, Opie and Anthony.
Yeah. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them.
I'm going to keep an eye on Opie and Anthony.
10 years later, we're still pissing him off. It's hysterical that it's gone this long.
I remember at the time, we were very happy that he mentioned our names, because, like, good. He only mentions, the names of people that are getting under his skin.
Yep.
And we were very happy at that. And remember our boss back then was like, oh, my God, this is a bad thing that Howard's talking about.
Shut up.
We're like, shut up, Dave.
Dave Dickless.
Yeah, Dave Dickless, yeah. You knew best. Where are you? Where are you today?
Where are you, Dave?
And I just remember that no fucking way are we going to let Howard do to us what he did to many, many other radio shows. So we're like, fuck you.
And that fuck you has echoed throughout that last century and into the new one.
10 years.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that he doesn't make us look like a joke in the radio world. 10 fucking years.
We're not,
and it continues to this day.
We haven't been on the air for a year goofing on him to be swatted away like a fly.
That's right.
This is 10 years that this guy has just had a bug up his ass for us, and now the pests just
I've taken it to the
pissing
next
him
level.
off.
Yeah, but what if someone calls and says like Baba Booey?
Then the battle's off because I can't take that kind of heat.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do. That would be very scary for the radio show.
Yeah.
So, guys, bravo.
Thank you. Bravissimo. Keep the, I love it, the Chinese water torture. Keep that going. He'll comment every day.
Hey, and we're not afraid of him because we have certain people's cell phone numbers.
Ooh, a veiled threat that isn't veiled at all.
I know.
All right.
It was veiled with saran wrap.
And hold on, there was someone there, and all right, Mike joined you, but he had to go to work or something.
Yeah.
Mike, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey.
I was the one who taped the attack today.
Oh, you got the video.
Yeah, Anthony, I sent it to your instant feedback. I sent it to Steve C. at Foundry and Steve at Foundry, and Bam's got a copy, too.
Is it kind of funny? Is it what is it?
The funniest part definitely is the Tell 'em Fred.
Tell him Fred.
That was
nice.
hilarious. Other than that, it's,
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But it got the job done. Good old
Yeah.
Howie mentioned us again.
Yeah.
We're getting under his skin, and that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Every day.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, guys.
All right, the pests, they need their attention, so one by one, Bam.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anytime.
New Orleans for that little
Yep,
party.
9 p.m. Roosevelt Hotel Sunday night.
All right. Who else?
Oh, don't be shy, you.
Chester's Ashes.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're Chester's Ashes.
Yes,
Hi,
he's-
fella.
How you doing?
Good.
Pern balls.
Nice.
What was that?
Pern balls.
P-E-R-N?
P-E-R-N-B-A-L-L-Z.
What's that mean?
Combination of my last name and the word balls.
All right.
All right.
That's wonderful.
Way to sum it up.
I'm Big Rich, or the solipsist on Pal Talk and Whackbag.
Yeah, right on, man.
Hi, fella.
And hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity that likes to drink a lot.
Are you an alky?
Maybe a little bit.
He was at my brother's restaurant just drinking away all night long.
Drunken sot behind the jukebox.
Yeah.
There were a couple of other people who were there to help us out. Tasmaniac was there, and also the guy who helps us out with the billboards at the Million Pest
Right.
March.
Very good.
That subway stuff, so.
All right, very
thanks to
good.
them, too, and thanks to everyone else. If you want to sign up for this daily duty, contact me.
All right. Very cool.
Thanks, boys.
There you go. Some of the past.
Just want to tell
Nice.
Howard real quick. I'll see him next week.
He's on a weekly rotation.
I was in the fucking names these guys pick. I was in Pal Talk last night, and I was howling. Some of the names are so good. The one I remember that made me laugh, it actually made me giggle yesterday walking. One of the guys calls himself Robert Reed's Broth Bowl.
The broth bowl.
Oh, I was fucking really laughing.
That's great.
There was a bunch of them I love, but that was the main one that hit me.
The pests have other surprises, by the way. It'll be very interesting in the coming weeks and months. Fuji, New Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
I got a guy for American Mess I want to bring up next week.
Oh, American Mess.
This American Mess. It's we believe in this thing, but it's kind of like teetering right now. We got Schizo Bill, and then we got nobody, and we want this thing to take off. It's American Mess. We do it every Friday here at the studio. It's an open call. You just show up if you think you got something for the show that's different.
That's
and
why
unusual.
that's why it's so unpredictable whether someone's going to actually show. It's very hard to find a mess that's worthy of the contest. So if it happens every other week, that's fine too. This gentleman seems to have somebody. Sir, who do you got?
I got this guy named Chewie.
Chewie?
Chewie, like woo,
Right.
Star Wars,
like Chewbacca.
Yeah, he's. I met him at karaoke. I don't know what he's got wrong with him. He's got something wrong, but he's got a speech thing going too. And he gets up there, and I want to know if there's any way that when I bring him, if we could do something with karaoke, because this guy, if you get the right song, he's fucking hilarious.
So we have to get a whole karaoke thing going?
If it's possible, I mean, this guy's up there going, or maybe, I don't know, if I bring up a CD, I could get him to sing along to it or something, because he's up there going, I want to make love to you. And it's, I mean, the guy was, everybody.
I hope it's more entertaining when he does it.
Yeah. All right, well, bring him up.
All right.
All right. Matt in Boston. What's up, Matt?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Listen, should I change my name to Matt the Boston? I want to be like Dugout Doug.
You got to add the to your name
Matt
somehow.
the Boston.
Matt the Boston, then. All right, cool. Listen, you guys just asked about where Dave Douglas was. I work with him up at Greater Media in Boston.
Does he ever mention Opie and Anthony?
I've talked to him about you a couple of times, and I've been telling him about some of your bits, and he thinks they're hilarious. I think because the pressure's off, and he doesn't have to worry about getting fired.
Huh.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's a good enough guy.
Don't you start. No.
But he had no business managing us.
No.
I don't think anybody could.
Good point.
I am not a fan. I don't care how much time goes by. That guy wanted me out of there.
He still has the porn star mustache, though.
Does he?
God.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Thanks. Fountain or Fontaine or what's your name there?
My name is Fontaine.
Fontaine. From Arkansas.
Ooh, girl.
Yes, sir.
What's up in Arkansas today?
Cold weather.
Yeah.
Cold weather. I just wanted to call and let y'all know I'm a new listener. My dad is a trucker, and he has had y'all since you guys got on XM, and he comes home laughing all the time about stuff y'all said, and I never got it. I never got the jokes, and now that I have it, I bust a gut every morning. You guys rock. Howard sucks so bad. And just keep reaming him, because if you guys could make that man cry, my husband says he will pay you money to make Howard cry.
We got him excited this morning. We really got him excited this morning.
I caught the virus.
Remember, I know this stuff. I should be a psychologist.
It is. There is no better way for me to wake up anymore than to listen to Opie and Anthony in the morning.
He's trying to downplay that a few pests showed up as he went to work today.
Yeah,
but the excitement in his voice and the energy he has as he tries to talk about it and downplay it just proves to me, without a doubt, that we got to him again.
Again and again and again. He cannot do a show because all he can do is rant and rave about how you guys give him a hard time when he has no idea that we're laughing with you, with Opie and Anthony every morning, and laughing at him every day.
We accomplished something. You know, Howard was the best at this, yes. Now it's every article about Howard has to mention Opie and Anthony. It's a Howard Stern versus Opie and Anthony.
Yep.
And now the next goal is to prove that we're just so much better than him. That will be the ultimate goal.
I'm watching the video, and I never knew a limo could drive that far into a building. I swear to you. It drives into this big garage door, and you would think that that's it. The garage door can shut, and he gets out there. No, it actually turns down like he's driving down a hallway. Like this limo is driving down a hallway. Wow. That must just drop him off at his seat in the studio.
Way to be in touch, Howard. Way to be in touch.
The limo pulls into the building.
The video will be up on opieandanthony.com later this morning, okay? We should move on to other things.
Sure.
Powerball winners, press conference, Nebraska.
Lucky dogs.
How much do they win?
Into the $300 million.
350 million, I think,
when it gets to that point.
But they went for the lump sum?
Yeah. Everyone goes for the lump sum.
Why? What do they think is going to happen? It's going to go broke? You're not going to get your money?
Well, the other thing is like over 30 years or something.
Over 20 years.
It's over 20 years.
Over 20 years?
Great. I would love
you're
that.
getting paid. No, you need the lump sum.
Why?
I don't know. It just...
Because then you can make your money work for you. And
I
mean, you're losing a lot, but after taxes, they each one of them went home with $15.5 million.
I don't think it's transferable either. I think if you drop dead... I don't think they have to keep paying your relatives. I think they get whatever you got. Just your spouse? Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that, E-Rock? Did you research that?
After he won his $100,000, he had to see what was going to happen.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I forgot he was a big winner.
He wanted all money to go right to Paula Abdul so she could continue producing fantastic music.
How much of that 100 G's you got left?
About 50.
About 50?
You still have that much money left?
You went through 50 large?
No, because after taxes, you made what?
Talk here, sweetie.
Yeah, our own Hawk won.
Hawk won $100,000.
Put $30,000 away for taxes, and the other 50 is just sitting in a bank account doing nothing, and then had the rest to do whatever I wanted to do with it.
That's cool.
Spent a little bit.
A little bit.
Why don't you buy a couple of shirts that says "fuck interns"? You're Hawk.
You buy anything nice though?
New TV.
Yeah, you got to get the TV. All right.
What kind you get? How big?
36-inch flat screen. It's nice.
36-inch. What do you have in your medicine cabinet?
In the bedroom.
What the fuck is that? It's a 3-foot little flat screen.
You know how much bigger they get?
I know.
What are you tickling under his little flat screen chin? Aw, come on, turn on. You could do it.
That's like at the low. That's all the way to the left if you go to Best Buy.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about Best Buy. They suck you in. It's like, wow, 36. Whoa, 36-inch looks pretty impressive.
Hey.
Then you move over to the right, like, son of a bitch. Now I'm up into the 40s.
Then you go into that room.
Right.
Oh, the room where you sit in the chair and the sound's all set up and Jurassic Park is on or something.
Right.
Oh,
my kids don't need to eat.
Yeah, fuck it. Wrap it up.
You start trying to figure out how to justify getting the largest one.
Honey, we need this.
But they do that on purpose. You know that. Because if they just had a 36-inch flat screen by itself in a room, it would look very impressive.
Certainly would.
But they put it right next to the bigger one, which is the bigger one, which is the bigger one.
That's what they do.
And then you try to figure out how far to the right you could go before you got to, take out the second mortgage.
They did do that. You sit in the recliner that's plugged into the home system, so it vibrates while you're watching the movie, and you hear the sounds behind you.
There's the woofers under your seat. They got speakers all over the walls. It's great.
And but you bought the Puggle of flat screens.
It was just for the bedroom. What was it going to...
36 isn't bad, right?
Yeah.
High def?
Yes.
You use it
all
in
the
high
time.
def?
What brand?
Westinghouse.
Westinghouse? Do you know they make nuclear warheads? I want a company that just makes TVs.
I got my fine flat screen, and I have to brag a little because my friends at I think it's PC Richards are hooking me up because Jake LaMotta is doing a meet and greet.
What?
Jake LaMotta and Jerry Cooney.
He's still alive, Jake LaMotta?
Certainly is.
And you're going to meet Jake LaMotta?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
You going to ask him anything?
No. Can I have a picture?
Can I have a picture? That's it.
What else am I going to ask Jake?
I don't know. You could ask him some fun stuff.
Am I going to hit you at a table? I'll ask him out.
You fuck my wife?
Yeah, how many guys must have said that to him in the last 30 years?
God damn.
Can't be happy about that.
No.
What's up, Ben? You laughing? Anything good? All right. So we got audio from the Nebraska Powerball winners press conference.
All right. How many people were there?
7, I think.
Was it 7?
That's gotta suck.
I don't
Because
know.
even his friends in the factory you're working at, 70 is, you buy the lottery tickets, no matter how close you are, you gotta think, if that guy wasn't in here, you know how much more money I had?
I don't get the mentality
That three
to
guy-
share a ticket with your office workers.
No.
You hate your office workers.
Yeah.
You like them for the time you're at the job, but as soon as you leave that job, you never talk to them again.
Now you gotta share your fortune.
Why are you
with
sharing
them.
lottery tickets?
And how much is a lottery ticket? It's unless they buy a bunch, but how much? You
I think it was $5 each.
So buy your own fucking ticket.
That's what I'm thinking. And then you have to trust the person that actually went out. There's been lawsuits over
happens,
that.
Yeah. They save the ticket and then say, no, this ticket was for
Yeah,
everybody.
I bought a
this
few
one
extra-
I bought separate for
Right.
me.
That's what I would do.
That's what people have done.
If I was the guy going out, all right, get 10 tickets for everybody, I'd hold the tickets that I'd buy an 11th.
Yeah.
Just in case one of the 10 came in.
Yep. That one's
And
mine.
do the old switcheroo. Here's the 10 I bought for us.
And this one's yours. These 10 are yours.
I don't get the buying tickets with your office workers.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be dishonest. I'd be fair and square.
Yeah, sure you would.
I'm a good boy.
Here's some audio.
Those 8 now very famous Powerball winners say they're really still not sure what they're going to be doing with all their new money, but they all do agree on one thing. They probably won't be canning ham for a living.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the winners of the $365 million Powerball jackpot.
America's newest millionaires all worked at a ham packing plant in Nebraska. Each chipped in $5 to buy tickets for Saturday's lottery. One of them didn't even tell his family and friends that he's a brand new millionaire.
Nobody knows, actually. They probably know they see me on TV now.
Was that the Asian guy? Of course no one knows.
Exactly. Your family members all look alike. You didn't know who to tell. I won money. It's a delivery guy. Oh, sorry. I thought you were my wife.
That's a load of crap. No one knows. How do you keep that secret?
Well, that's what he said.
The $365 million jackpot was the largest in U.S. history, and there was only one winning ticket with all 6 magic numbers.
I didn't know what to think. I still don't.
It's still a blur, and we're still thinking we're going to wake up from a dream or something, and it's not all true, or we're trying to grasp the fact that we're millionaires.
And they're all being asked the same question: what are you going to do with the money?
Gave us something to talk about when a big jackpot would be up. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to buy an island. I'm going to buy an airplane. Reality? Gee, not a fan of flying. Don't really like water.
Fucking guys killing.
After the jackpot is taxed by Uncle Sam in the state of Nebraska, each former ham packer will receive $15.5 million.
That's
the lottery commission owes me $15.5 million, and they're dodging me.
$15.5 million times 8. Can we do some math? I want to see how much they took in taxes after the lump sum.
80, 40, 120 million, not counting the 0.5.
No.
It's not so much taxes in the when you take the lump sum. The lottery commission itself keeps some money. It's their little prerogative.
It's a little over 120 million. I was a math whiz growing up. I'm telling you. Do it. Keep going.
It's 124 million.
I said not counting the 0.5. I could even factor that in for you real fast. I was rounding off.
I'm saying 124 million. So that's... How much do they lose? That's 250 million or 240 million less than they should have gotten. These idiots.
When you take the lump sum, I think they cut it in half or something.
Why would you do that?
And then they take taxes out. Because you don't know if you're not going to fucking make it 20 years.
I don't like that idea.
Or what's the first payment? What would the first payment of $15 million be for spread out, or whatever it would be? Spread out over 20 years.
Let's say it's $30 million. Let's just
$30 million
just for the hell of it.
What are you going to get? What's your first payment going to be?
After 20, you're probably making a little over $1 million a year if it's a 20-year thing.
$1 million a year. Take some taxes out of that. What are you making?
I don't know.
You're still working.
But the taxes.
You're still working at the meat packing.
You can't live off $15.5 million.
No. What I'm saying is the tax. I'm wondering which way you make more money. Because you have earning power, meaning that you have power to borrow money.
I would take the lump sum and just go. Who cares how much I could have made? At $15.5 million, it's $15.5 million. You could do a lot with that right away.
Yep. But I think if you have that money coming from a lottery, you'd still be able to borrow. You'd still be able to get a huge multi-million-dollar home because that money is guaranteed income.
Not necessarily.
Dude, these guys live in Nebraska. They're going to have crazy homes.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Nebraska. They're going to be just fine. $15.5 million?
I just hate the way the Lottery Commission does that. It should be tax-free.
Tax-free? Someone's got to make some cash off it. What do you think? They're doing this for fun?
Well, that's a good point. How about all the people that didn't win? They're making that money.
Well, where do you think the money comes from that they're paying these guys?
Oh, no, I know. But it's not. They don't give all of it away.
It also goes to education, sir.
Cares? Our fucking country's a bunch of dopes. Awful schools we have here.
We got to take a quick break. We got Greg Proops.
Oh,
he's going to join the show next.
It's going to be at Caroline's.
It's going to be at Caroline's starting tonight through Sunday. 212-757-4100 for Greg Proops. I went last year when he came to town. Great show. A lot of fun. Don't agree with a lot of his politics, but...
who does?
But a lot of fun to listen to. We'll talk to Greg Proops next. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. In studio, Greg Proops playing Caroline's all weekend long here in New York City. 212-757-4100. We'll get to Greg in 1 second. I just want to say hi to Anthony in Arizona. Anthony, what's up?
Hey, guys, how are you? First of all, I'm new to XM. You guys rock. You guys have me laughing every single day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But especially when you guys do those, governor, whatever, Terminator dude impressions are the best. But on these office pools, with the lotto tickets, typically what happens is because the one fool is messing it up for every freaking else is they make you make photocopies after you come back from buying these tickets and hand them out to all the people who got it. So you can't do that swapping. It really sucks ass. But that's what I would do. I would swap it in a heartbeat.
Well, what's the positive of going in on tickets with the office workers? Why can't you just do it yourself?
Well, because typically, you have like $125, $30 that you're going to buy these tickets with. That way, you're only spending $5, but you're getting the extra $125.
Yeah, if there's 8 people going in $5 a piece, that would have been $40.
Correct.
If you did it yourself. Now it just costs you $5 a week instead of $40 a week. And
Exactly.
I'm sure working at the ham plant $40 a week is a little bit of a nut for them.
I would just buy one ticket a week for myself.
Yeah,
You know what? Typically I don't get those pools just because it's I haven't got the time. But whenever it gets high, I go out and buy one quick pick, and if it wins, it wins. If not, no big deal. You know.
And you know the guy whose actual number it was is probably like, fuck, why did I go in with these people?
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, that's probably the number he would have played by himself, and he keeps saying how much he'd have.
It's my grandson's birthday,
Yeah.
and it's the day I was married, and this, like, it's his number. And
it's the weight of my wife's colostomy bag.
They didn't even do it that way. This was a quick pick, I guess.
Quick picks.
Oh, okay.
They had the old
All right, guys,
computer.
you guys rock. Keep it up, please. This is the best radio I've ever heard.
Yeah, we know.
Thanks.
You guys have a good day.
I'm just kidding.
Get
Anthony,
used
thank
to it,
you.
shit
Bye.
dick.
Yeah, really.
I just have Janet Jones go out and buy my tickets. She ain't come back yet.
What is that? It got to be split between 8 people. $2 million worth of tickets. What did she buy?
Yeah.
Wow, she was gambling some major cash.
But, there was nothing wrong going on. Hey, it's legal to gamble, and it's legal to coach a team, and it's legal to do anything you want. I think that's the new legal.
I like
Illegal is the new legal.
Is the new legal?
Yeah, and I love that.
A lot of people seem to be adhering to that, so why not?
A lot of times the comics will be together backstage, and one of us will say, hey, fellas, I'd like to all go in on the lottery. Why don't one of you run out to the drugstore and get us a ticket? And we'll all pool together. And there's always crushing disappointment when we don't win. And then it's always some group in an office somewhere.
Well, that's what I want to see.
Pot money, frankly, and I think it's a little more of an issue.
That's what I want to see the interview with. Fuck the people that step up and win and get handed the big checks. Every week, I want an interview with the group of people that still have to go back to their jobs because they fucking lost. That's who I want to talk to. So, another week, huh?
Or the interview
back
with
to the ham packing
I told you
plant.
to pick 11.
Or the interview with the guy that's spending $1,000 a week that he doesn't have.
Oh, on his lottery tickets, yeah.
Or the guy that had been in the pool but then decided not to because, who's going to win?
Not this week, guys. Not this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
And
take a
then-
week off.
Then they hit.
Can you imagine you take a week off and your numbers come in? How do you live with yourself?
You don't. You shoot yourself.
So what's up with Janet Jones? What are they going back to that story?
I'm not certain. I think it's turned out that everything's okay and go back to sleep. If you're a sports bettor, you're likely to be busted by your local dude. But if you're a millionaire and have a hot blonde wife, then rock on and do what you do.
Yeah, no one seems to really care about this one.
Seems like Janet Jones has some flaws that Gretzky was looking past because she was so hot.
Well, he was dating Pete Rose initially, but I guess it kind of broke off with him and went with her
Sure,
for
it
the
wasn't
obvious
an ethics
reasons.
question, but
Yeah.
Yeah, she liked to gamble, though. But he was cleared. I guess they had all kinds of wiretaps set up and everything. Like, this was a serious investigation. And all that money that was dumped into it, nothing, because everything's cool.
Yeah, I love those kind of stories best of all. Well, you remember Michael Jordan years ago and his father and everything. And then he left professional basketball for a couple of years and then came back here.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. He just took some time off. Anyway, it's okay.
Yeah.
Golly. What, are you going to get in a big fuss and whatnot? Okay. Yeah, everybody's father's killed by gangsters. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Greg, you watching the Olympics?
I was gonna. But then curling was on every time I turned it on.
Curling, I'm fascinated with it now.
You and George Bush.
I don't know what.
Oh, they're playing it right now. Look at that.
Why the George Bush comparison, sir?
No, but
why did you have to?
I only
make
say
the
that because
George
I
Bush-
understood he was watching it the other day.
Oh, really?
I was compelled by it. Yeah, I'm not. It had nothing.
Are you
political
saying
to
it's
do
a
other than-
simple sport that probably simpletons watch?
No, I think it's fabulous. I used to play it in bars. We didn't call it curling though. We called it shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
It was on wood with
The
sawdust.
cheese shaker, they would put that stuff on it.
Except they would always get mad when girls got up and used brooms on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
They'd be
can't
like, "Hey,
sweep.
it's my turn on the table."
You
and
can't
there'd be a
sweep
chick standing
on the-
there with a broom.
I got to agree with Proops. I'm not a big curling. I mean, I know these guys love it, but I can't.
Listen, I spent a lot of time in Canada, and if you ever go up there, it's like on TV all the time.
It's all about the curling.
I've had quite a lot of curling, and of course in the movie Help. And look at those finely tuned athletes. I think the biggest disappointment of is Bodie Miller, man. To the cover of Time and Newsweek 2 weeks ago, because I'm in every airport ever. So I see his fucking ass everywhere. And then what? He's injured, disqualified, played hoop, hurt himself, lied about it, and then completely fucked up.
Don't
And you
forget
know
about
what?
the hangovers, too.
Oh, right. Bite my ass. How about that? You showed up 20 pounds overweight. You made zero frigging effort whatsoever to fucking compete in these Olympics. Bodie Miller, there's Mr. Slalom.
He was supposed to be the big star for the U.S.
was the guy.
It was
And the
such an
downhill.
obvious
the
thing
slalom and everything
NBC
else.
like went, we must have a white guy that America can root for because the Chinese lady's gone. And then all of a sudden, this guy is the biggest fucking Fruit Loop.
He's a big bust.
You could have sent my cousin Dale. You know what I mean? My cousin Dale is 30 pounds overweight. He drinks a lot. He could have fucked up and played some hoop and then, oh man, my ankle. So that
Are
that
you
wasn't
saying we
rocking
don't
my
want to
world.
send a black guy to the Olympics to represent the United States?
We did send a black
Yes.
guy, and he won a
And
gold
he won
medal.
a gold medal.
And you know what?
Skater, right? Yeah.
Then he had an attitude, apparently, according to the media. People were like, his interview was mean. Like, hey, dude, maybe if you were the only black guy that ever skated in your life and was the only black guy at any skating rink you ever went to, you'd have a little attitude, too.
But the guy did very well. I think he did a
Yes,
proud,
I think gold medals very
proud
well.
for the nation.
Yeah, but the problem was when he skated by the audience, he was grabbing purses and continuing.
See? That's right.
See the type of shit he had to endure at the skating rink?
Exactly.
Jokes like that.
Exactly.
Jokes like Jimmy.
He had Patty standing on the side yelling at him. Where's your rock chain, skater?
But the Olympics in general is just a bust, though, right?
Well, I don't think for the world it is. I think the
For
American
us.
media covers it so poorly, man. You know, I turn it on to watch an event, and all you see is someone going, well, the Americans finished fourth. Anyway, and you're like, but what about the whole event that
We don't
happened?
care about any other countries,
Yeah,
though.
It's all about
But
us.
If people like
It'll be about
sports,
us.
then they do care about the other.
Not
yeah.
really. Americans just care about American sports. It's just the way it is. We don't care what... Do you think we care
I'm
what...
glad that you could speak for all 300 million of us. But all
I
right,
do.
I accept your answer.
On a daily basis,
Yes,
I speak for
okay,
everybody.
all right.
If that wasn't true, soccer would be a big sport here. We
Right.
just don't care.
We don't
And
care.
they don't care about football.
Because
anywhere
you're a
else in the
white
world.
guy. That's why you don't
We
care
don't care about
soccer.
anything international, to tell you the truth. Americans are pretty much just whatever happens here. You notice when there's a disaster here and people are killed, you'll rarely see their bodies on TV. But we will see foreign dead people on the news all the time.
Oh, well, foreign dead people, that's
They
just
don't
good fun.
care as much.
That's news.
Like, foreign dead people aren't as important to us as American dead people.
All right?
Yeah, no, you got very loose chairs here. I just have
Yeah.
to say, I leaned back
Go out
in the
with
chair
everybody.
and got kind of a Six Flags over Opie and Anthony feel. I didn't realize it was going to be
bizarre
a
look.
flume ride here.
I thought you were going to pass out or something.
Well, I was drinking water at the same time, so I created my own sort of waterfall as I fell backwards.
Yeah, I hate those chairs that make you seem
Yeah.
like you're going to fall backwards.
Now, I'd like to see, when I was a little kid back in the 40s, they used to show the whole, sometimes whole heats, you know, the heats leading up to the gold medal event. And they'd show it sort of all day.
Right.
Instead of just packages about Skippy McTavish is a wastrel, you know. He's been smoking pot since he was 11. Now in Snowcross, he's like, okay, all right already. Great.
Yeah, instead of just showing the event.
Can I see some fucking sports? It's a sporting event.
And they tease it because they want you to watch, and then you just go to CNN or Fox, whatever, and they're scrolling the winners across the screen. It's like, oh, thanks. Or you turn on your computer and you already know who won.
Right.
But they still are thinking that everyone's going to just wait for them to say, you know, who won the event.
Yeah, even though clearly it happened a year ago.
Yeah.
I will say that the opening ceremonies were the best thing I've ever seen in
That
my
was a
life.
little odd.
That was European
twisted.
television at its finest.
Yeah.
Man. That was like watching an Italian. If you've ever been to Italy, they have the best TV shows in the world. A middle-aged guy comes out, a bunch of chicks dance around for half an hour, they give something away. You have no idea what the show is at any point because they're giving you no direction. Whether it's a variety show, a game show, some bad comedy happens, a puppet will usually come out at some point.
puppet, yeah.
There's always a puppet.
That's
And then
great.
the opening ceremonies had what? Guys skating as Christmas trees, plastic cows being spun around. And then there was road racing. At one point, a Formula One car came out and did like donuts, which I don't think is an official Winter Olympics. I don't remember.
It's like a NASCAR thing.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
They had,
And then they had the
NASCAR on ice.
Ricola horns come out for no reason that I could determine whatsoever.
Well, NASCAR on Ice, that's actually the Billy Martin event.
Yeah. Here, finish this Hennessy and get in the. Don't worry about it. Get in the truck. I got the snow tires. Hell, you can go uphill backwards. The Billy Martin event. I did love the opening ceremonies because it made no. And then they they had a bunch of skaters come out and skiers to form what was supposed to be a ski jumper. I don't know if you saw that part, like a Busby Berkeley scene from the sky. But what it looked like, because they had smoke coming out the front, was a snowboarder huffing. Before the event, it so looked like someone doing a pre-game bong
appropriate
hit.
then. Perhaps that was what they were going for.
And the ski was broken. It never pulled up. I have to say I love the opening. Plus, Mongolia's outfits. I don't know if you saw, they had like furry,
with the furry hats.
Yeah, their outfits were awesome. England dressed like they were in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Everybody was wearing like black top coats and fedoras like they were at the Gotti trial. I couldn't even understand that's a winter uniform. And then now Americans... You know, because of the snowboarding thing, no one wears like skin-tight athletic uniforms now. Everybody's wearing like a big coat and like
unless you're a loser.
Yeah,
I think it's better than the year they all came out with the cowboy hats on.
That was weak.
Yeah,
the cowboy hats was weak.
And they all came out to like 80s music. All the countries came out.
Young men, are you listening to me?
Just various, without any thought to it, 80s music. So you'd hear like Kaja Gugu's Too Shy Shy, and here comes the Iranian contingency walking out. And it's just the oddest thing.
I loved it, because that to me that's TV for the world.
That's what the rest
Young
of the
and
world
old
is.
alike, everybody. Hey, there's disco music and funny outfits. Look a plastic cow.
Keep you distracted so long you don't know what's going on or anything.
I will say this: India had 4 people on their team. India has 1 billion people as a nation. 4 people.
4 that are good enough.
Now, am I wrong, or isn't there like a kind of a big mountain range in India?
Yeah.
Does anyone ever go near that frozen part of India and
might want to try to ski it or something?
You'd think they'd be good at something winter.
They're not athletic people, the Indians.
Yeah. That's good.
They don't have enough energy because they're not eating the cows. They need protein.
People.
They're getting the golden customer service calling.
Yeah. New Jersey has a bigger Olympic team. And quite right. That kind of freaked me out a little. So now I haven't been watching it as much as I might. But now that we're watching morning curling, it's bleeding it back into me, that competitive fire.
It's all about the curling.
Now, I'd love to get your opinion on the takeover of the docks, the shipping.
I think it's great. I think we should give the Al-Qaeda control of the airport, too, because then I could get through without a guy who failed his criminal justice exam rubbing my balls for half an hour.
Now, this is very, very interesting, this whole situation, because this is... It's very hard to find the line here between liberal and conservative, between Republican and Democrat, as far as this goes. On the outside, this looks like a case of bigotry. Some people have seen this as, hey, just because they're an Arab nation, why can't they take over a port and run it? Are you saying just because they're Arab that they're terrorists? And a lot of the liberals are coming forward and are against this. And I think a lot of it is because Bush is for it.
It's probably right, but I mean, Bush said, "How can you? Why would you be prejudiced against an Arab nation?" I don't know, because they're setting fires to embassies over a fucking Marmaduke cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. They're boycotting Danish butter and blowing up Kentucky Fried Chickens because that hard-hitting Danish press that we've all had our eye on over the years that dominates the globe with their editorial cartoons. Maybe the fact they're sociopaths in some respects.
And
might be
that
a little...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that came out in September, that cartoon, by the way.
Yeah.
September, and it's being fueled by fucking, by a lot of these imams or these, whatever the fuck they're called, these clerics have been fueling it. So 5 months later, they riot, commit murders, put out a fatwa. They're fucking awful. And the whole world is watching it over cartoons. Not one protest over al-Zarqawi, over 9/11, not one violent outburst over Leon Klinghoffer or fucking Kenya and Tanzania embassy bombings or fucking the USS Cole. Not one riot. The fucking cartoon comes out and they're committing murders all over the planet.
Well,
5 months later against a KFC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or McDonald's. They stopped the McDonald's because the guy wanted 8 McNuggets because they look like clits and he hates women. Fucking awful. Lovely
they come
group.
out looking a little crazy.
Like silly geese.
To the rest of the world.
Silly geese.
Silly geese is a good way to put it. A little harsh.
Obviously, they have every right to have Dubai run the ports. And if you've ever been to the United Arab Emirates, you know that they have quite a bustling port there that's very well run indeed. And, in fact, the smuggling hub for the entire Persian Gulf and has been for about 5,000 years. It's kind of because it's right across from Iran.
Yeah.
But the it just seems the timing's a little goofy. Like right when he's taken about 55,000 hits in a row to go, hey, by the way, everybody, Dubai is going to control these major ports. Might not be the most judicious political move.
The ports that I've been saying have been the most insecure entry points of this country have been the ports. That's what everyone's talking about.
Yes.
The ports. We're taking care, as much as we like to think, we're taking care of the airports and things. Well, no, but the shipping, there's just container after container coming in that we have no clue what is in these things. And now to just say, all right, we're going to give this Arab nation New York, L.A., New Orleans, that's a little risky.
It's sickening. The price of oil went up to over $60 a barrel this year, and you may remember when the prince came from Saudi Arabia, Bush kissed him and held his hand.
They held hands and walked.
They walked, they kissed, they love each other. So, there's plenty of connection.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't do business with them. Plus, Dubai is the banking center for the entire world. They're like the Switzerland of that, without being neutral. They funnel money for the Al-Qaeda, and they funnel money for us. From their point of view, it's simply a business transaction. They don't look at it like a big political thing. We go, hey, could you quit funneling Al-Qaeda money? And they go, but why? We do yours, And then the Al-Qaeda says to them, could you stop funneling American money? And they go, but we do yours too.
But
all we're doing is trying to make a buck around here.
Can Bush at least get credit for bringing Republicans and Democrats together on an issue? Because
Absolutely.
I've never seen...
Well, like I say, after you find out about Abramoff, Katrina, Sheeny shooting someone in the face, there's been like 7,000 things in the last week. He could have waited maybe a
couple more weeks, right?
Until the shit had settled a little bit before. By the way, Rahman Al-Qaeda, I Hate America, is going to be running your port from now on.
Unbelievable.
They should run the amusement parks, too.
Why not?
Let's go to Chester in Florida.
Hello, Chester.
Chester.
It's actually Jester, Jester.
Right. We got Greg Proops in studio. He's playing Caroline's all weekend long here in New York City.
Call sign Jester.
All right. Just wanted to say I got
all right
in Christmas time. I got it specifically for you guys. I've been a big fan since '99. And Greg, I've been a big fan of yours since like late '80s, early '90s.
Thank you.
18 or 19?
I was like 10 or 12 years old then, man. Thank you, buddy.
And also, a couple weeks ago, you guys were talking about music, like different groups and whatnot. And I had tried to call. I wasn't able to get through. I wasn't able to call back until recently.
That'll happen.
I would love to know where this call is going.
I know. I see where it's going.
This call is like the opening ceremony of the Olympics.
See,
it's all over the place. There's a cow involved.
See, stupid me. Here's the logic. We got Greg Proops in the studio, a very funny comedian.
Yep.
He's at Caroline's, or we're talking about some issues, and then I see fan of Greg's on the phone. So I'm thinking he could add to the discussion.
Yep.
No, you're calling about something we talked about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but he tried to call before.
He did try.
But your timing stinks.
Go ahead, sweetie. What's on your mind?
All right, let's play this out.
Let's play it out. Keep going.
I wanted to actually tell you about this particular musician. He's fairly underground, but he's really not bad. His name is Voltaire, Voltaire.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for the phone call and die in a fire.
Sir, did you think that completely switching gears and just jamming on the brakes of this show would be a good thing?
I'm sorry, guys.
We're in the middle of a conversation with Greg here about issues.
Yeah, we're doing some heavy lifting with Greg Proops. Talking politics here.
And you out of nowhere walk up. When you're at a party and there's like 3 or 4 people gathered around talking about a subject, do you just walk in and go, "Do you like Wesson oil?"
No, I don't
just walk up to him.
Who likes soup?
Yeah.
We try to.
I'm calling because I hope someone mentions moths and butterflies on your show later.
I just sodded my yard.
Hey, guys, great. I know a stripper's fucking herself, but have you read Robert Frost's stuff? It's compelling.
We're a big fan of timing on this program. Is what we're trying to say here.
That's right, sir. If we didn't have timing, do you think I would be plugging Albany this weekend? 518-689-0490. Who cares that almost all my shows are sold out?
That's right, Jimmy.
Call now for tickets for Friday, Saturday.
All right, who cares?
It's unimportant.
Thank you.
It's about Greg and Caroline's, not
and there'd
me.
be no reason you'd bring that up.
Albany this Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
Never.
Jester or whatever.
You're a good guy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
No, good job.
Now we're going to have to...
there it is.
Thanks to you, now we're going to have to rebuild the energy that we we got from Greg Proops.
All right, hand me that hammer.
We got to start all over.
I'd like to talk to you guys about a musician that I'm into.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Voltaire, or whatever his name is, from the planet.
The 18th century French polemicist? Are you kidding?
I would talk about my favorite drummer, but he just got anthrax in Brooklyn. I love that guy.
I know. A lot of people didn't know because he's obscure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that he's got anthrax, I think a lot of the stuff's going to start selling.
I think that's really going to help him. That's a good career move,
He's going to go
Anthrax.
mainstream now. Yeah. MTV's going to pick him up. Jay Moore.
Hey, Greg, I've been a fan of yours since the mid-'80s.
Thank you, pal.
And I've been listening to you guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
Remember that time Anthony was talking about his rapier and home invasion?
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was good, man.
Hey, Jim, remember that time in 1964?
You ever hear this guy, Mike Love? He's got the band The Beach Boys. Well, that guy is a fucking dork. Oh, my God. The only reason I called is to let everyone know how great it is that Proops is in studio. Last time I heard you, Greg, in studio, I thought, this is an odd pairing. And I was just, like, driving around. I didn't even go in my garage for, like, a half hour listening to you wax poetic on the issues of the day. So now here I am on the airport listening to my XM, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give the guys a call and let everyone know. Greg Proops more gooder.
More gooder.
Thank you, brother.
I saw him for the first time at the Montreal Comedy Festival when I was just wandering around.
Hold on, Opie.
Without a job. And
let's not forget that Greg could go to www.sportsillustrated.com.
Of course.
Greg loves SportsIllustrated.com. Any articles Greg might read on SportsIllustrated.com?
Yeah, what could he read on there?
I have one about a guy jumping over another guy's head and barely clearing his package in the dunk contest this week. And you can click refresh as much as you want to get me the hits because my bosses don't like me. Yeah. And action's on DVD. And most importantly, Jimmy will be in Albany. Friday and Saturday.
I wasn't going to mention that, but
who's conducting this show, by the way?
No.
You just let people conduct it from elsewhere?
We took a torpedo to the rudder. The engineer's working on it right now.
See, we all have ADD, and that
clearly,
and that Chester, whatever the hell his name was, really,
Chester,
he fucked us up.
We were on
We
track.
had a great energy going.
We were on track.
We were talking about the issues of the day. Hey, Jay, Action on DVD. Congratulations on that. That's huge.
It was a long, hard fight. I had nothing to do with it, and I have no back end.
No?
Are you shitting me? You get nothing off of that?
Really?
I get something, but it would have to be like lunacy money for me to actually see something.
That show was so great. You got screwed over so bad on that one.
How many seasons did that go? 1 or 2?
13 episodes, Jimmy.
That's it. Just 13 episodes,
really?
but it's out on DVD.
Hey, have you and I ever actually met in person, Jay?
I do not believe so, sir.
I don't think so either, man. Of course, I've seen you a million times. And I know Eliana. She's really nice, man.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
she has good stories, too.
Yeah, she does have really good stories.
Hey, Jimmy, are you still on MySpace?
Yes, I am.
It's MySpace/Jim Norton?
Yes, it is, and I've got a lot of friends. I have over 15,000 now, and each one of them gets a check when they sign up. I send a $50 check.
It's a liar.
Or cash if they prefer.
Hey, Jay, are you going to get Pal Talk?
No, I'm not. I'm foregoing Pal Talk. I want to concentrate all my efforts into MySpace and complete the addiction.
All right.
I want to look like Anthony at home after heart surgery.
Dude, you should fucking absolutely get Pal Talk. You'd love it.
Tell me what to do.
They'd love it. You'd show your little buttocks. They love my buttocks. They'd love your buttocks.
Wouldn't that be great to pop up a celebrity like Jay on Pal Talk?
Absolutely. What's
wrong with popping up a celebrity like Jay on MySpace?
Nothing. But it's better if you see Jay on Pal Talk swigging fucking NyQuil and jerking off and going, that guy's the guy from Jerry Maguire. What's he doing? And you're like, fuck you.
He's wondering where's the next Jerry Maguire.
Pal Talk is a video, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of capability.
Full motion video.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Jimmy, all my friends get a $51 check. But listen, Albany, Jimmy?
Yes.
All right, I don't want to break up the show, kill the monotony. I just want to say Proops is awesome, and I'm enjoying the show very much, guys, and I have nothing else to promote except Rich Voss's midget hands.
All right, thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
Take it easy,
You can find them on geneticdisaster.com.
Jay Moore, everyone.
Thanks, Jay.
Check out the Action DVD. It's great.
Yes.
Back to Greg Proops. I'm sorry about the Are
we still on the air?
That's
terrific.
Know how many people actually asked that? Seriously? Wait, this isn't on the air, is it?
Most of them are listening.
All right, where were we? We got to focus and get back to where we're at.
Okay, all right.
Oh, we're talking about the ports and
hilarious.
And the Dick Cheney.
If there's one thing, international shipping, always funny.
How funny was the Dick Cheney thing to you?
I loved it. I think people have been harsh. I think the liberal media has been riding his ass. I feel that every American should have the opportunity to shoot someone in the face and then not talk to the cops for 20 hours. I know I'd like that opportunity at any given point.
Would that be amazing and then in a matter of hours, the investigation is completely closed?
Read the report.
They're satisfied.
If you have any more questions, go back to the report, because I did a thorough...
Yeah.
I went to their house, I talked to the maid, the gardener, some people who were standing nearby.
Yeah.
And the woman who gave the eyewitness account from 100 yards away in a car, please let that be the account of my crime. When I commit a major felony, like shooting someone in the face with 28-weight bird shot from 2 feet away. Oh, by the way, it was 30 yards away. That's why he took a fucking hip-to-head blast with the bird shot.
Yeah.
Please let the witnesses be as far away as possible and be juiced. I like that he went, I had a beer.
Yeah, a beer at lunch.
Does Dick Cheney look like the picture of restraint to you?
A beer.
Like he doesn't lay waste to the buffet?
Who has a beer?
Look, fuck it. But as far as the cops are concerned, you're the vice president. You're with Secret Service. How many cops are higher up the ladder than that?
Secret Service trumps police?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what happened. It was just, it had an accident. I mean, I think it was kind of funny, too.
The greatest thing that they played it on The Daily Show, they played the clip, was Dick Cheney, during his interview with Fox News, saying that it was one of the worst days of his life. And then his victim getting out of the hospital, giving a speech, and apologizing to Dick Cheney. He goes, I just want to apologize to Dick Cheney and his family for all the sorrow that he's had to go through. And they come back, and Jon Stewart is just like, this man is apologizing to the man that shot him in the face.
It's like Reginald Denny hugging the guys that beat the shit out of him. That's exactly what it's like.
I'm sorry that my head is so huge that the freedom-loving pellets that Dick Cheney has exploded from his load buster have hit me in the head.
He got in the way of his shot.
Brit Hume's interview was so hard-hitting, man. Brit Hume is just a caustic journalist.
He knows how to ask the hard-hitting questions.
He said, did you get the quail? He actually asked, man. Well, yeah, I think I wounded the quail a little bit. I don't think that quail's going to be coming back for any more, if you know what I'm saying.
I nicked him. The quail was hospitalized, though.
I think it's
apologized.
Great. And let me tell you something about the media. If Albert Gore had done that, there would be no flap at all. Everything would be dropped in a day's time, honestly. Absolutely would. If Bill Clinton had shot someone in the face, there'd be nothing about it.
He would have shot them on the dress.
That
you get it?
Well, no matter what kind of load you're expelling, you know what I'm saying? He expelled a load and he had to go to a trial over it.
Hey, what would
Dick Cheney expels a load and it's all good fun.
What would have happened if he killed him?
Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
Well, I would hope that the police would close the case very quickly and say that the man took his own life by ingesting lead.
But play it out. Did they cover up the whole thing?
No, I think it would have been investigated probably another day.
It's an accident.
Yeah.
No, because the bottom line is the vice president didn't shoot somebody in the face. The guy's out of the hospital in a few days. Everyone knows what happened. Just because of who he is, they make a big deal. But it happens. It was a hunting accident. Yeah. He's a doddering old jizzbag. I'm glad the other guy got shot. He's a D.C. lawyer who's been fucking people. He's 78 years old. He should just hug his grandchildren and die already. Fuck him. I have no mercy for him. I hate hunters. That's what you get when you're out shooting birds. Take some fucking buckshot in the face, shithead.
Yeah, we found the sensitive side.
I know. I've never really seen him open up like
this. He protects animals.
Yeet chicken? Do you, Jim?
Oh yeah, and not only do I
think they lull them to sleep and hack their head off?
I'm not saying I'm an animal rights activist.
They're so easy, though.
I know.
I respect anyone that hurts or fucks an animal. I just don't like somebody that shoots it from 80 yards away. Walk right up to it and fucking sodomize it. That's fine.
Yeah, this apparently was like a reserve that's just meant for hunting. They drive around, get out of their car, shoot.
Oh, yeah. No, he's famous for going to those kind of reserves. Yeah. That's where Dick Cheney likes to hunt, where they have like 1 billion birds and they just release them all at once.
I have no respect for those guys either.
Yeah, not exactly Hemingway on the plains of the Serengeti downing a lion.
He's not even Ted Nugent with an arm bow.
Yeah.
But Nugent at least is a real guy. Like, that's what his lifestyle is. He eats it. He fucking uses
I have no problem with the real...
Nugent's not a rich...
I have no problem with the real hunters. I have a problem with these guys that go to these farms and...
Well, that's what he is,
and it's
man.
the animals that are almost extinct that they drug up so you could go home with your catch and brag to all your friends.
Yeah.
Fucking bearskin rug. What a disgrace. You can fuck your mediocre date on the floor with the fire going, you shitheads.
Poor Steve.
Anthony's a hunter, and Anthony owns a lot of guns.
Not a hunter.
Listen,
you're a hunter from the old days?
It's legal to own guns and it's legal to hunt. It's just that, do you really think Dick Cheney has the health to, like, tramp through the woods and hunt down an animal?
Right.
No, they unleash like a billion things near him. He spins around and, hey, got one, hooray.
Live action video game.
I didn't mean to say you did some hunting back in the day,
hunted
though,
when
right?
I was a kid. When I was a teen out in California.
Yeah, I misspoke on that one.
And I felt bad, I shot a little rabbit. And then I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
I haven't hunted. I could never hunt a deer or something like that.
No.
But I enjoy shooting. I enjoy going to the range and target shooting. It's like shooting darts or something. I like seeing if I could get a bullet in the bullseye. It's fun to shoot guns. It's just part of what I enjoy.
You think that's fun? You ain't hit an elderly rich lawyer before. Now that is.
Now, I can understand how much
talking
fun
about
that
targets
could be.
and shit, but when a white-haired fellow wearing an orange vest comes toward
Jumps
you,
up in front of you like
know what
that?
I'm saying? There's good times ahead.
Harry Whittington.
Whittington. I'm sure it's the something.
Yeah.
The third, the second.
It's been many a year since a vice president has shot someone. 202 years to be precise.
Yes.
And I just don't think Mr. Whittington is going to be accorded the same privilege as Mr. Hamilton. I don't think there's going to be a $7 bill with his peppered senile face on it in 10 years'
And how
time.
did he know he was going to be a lawyer? That's a name where you could only be a lawyer. Like that guy,
Yes.
you're not going to find a guy named like that in a deli or something.
A wasp.
Making your sandwich.
Hello, Harry Whittington the third.
What will you have
What would you
for
like
lunch?
with your sandwich? Grey Poupon?
It couldn't be more obvious if his name was Harry I Hate Blacks. Fucking sickening
Absolutely.
old wasp.
Harry, there are Mexicans at the perimeter pile up more bags of money. Well, you saw the lady who ran the ranch, the tight-faced Republican lady.
yeah.
The story kept changing every 30 seconds.
It was nothing at first. It was he had been peppered with some shot. Happens all the time.
Well, I agree with you that it was an accident, but I also disagree that we all know what happened. I don't think we know what happened at fucking all. I think they've done everything they can to keep us from knowing what's happening. If it was that simple, why are there 83 different stories? This is more stories than Rashomon on this. And if it was really not a big deal, why not talk to the cops that night? Instead of, listen, about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning after I've sobered up and cleaned up some shit, you guys swing by and I'll give you a statement. How about that?
That's true.
And then his whole thing that, well, I thought it'd be best if the woman at the ranch handled this. I believe you're the second most powerful person in the free world.
Yeah.
I think you can make a couple of fucking calls.
I think whenever you commit a crime and you wait hours and hours and hours before going to the police, much like Ted Kennedy.
Yes, there you go. How about that one?
The reason is you are sobering up.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think he had to have had a few.
He probably had a few. Blood alcohol level. Yeah, you don't want that coming out. We'll wait. I'll sober up. We'll give a report.
Plus, if we go by his story, he had a beer at lunch. Then he didn't go visit Whittington in the hospital. He went back to the ranch and fixed himself a cocktail, if you recall
then
this.
he pounded down.
Then had dinner. Then had lunch the next day.
Yeah.
And then called Whittington at the hospital. So we're talking about 3 or 4 meals and several drinks before the heart of human kindness got off this fat fucking hamster-laden heart-pumping ass to get up and fucking call the guy that he shot in the face. And by the way, shooting a guy in the face is one of the worst days in your life.
Yeah, just
so I guess the day your daughter was a pie diver, that was the worst day, right? That day had to suck. The day you were sweating your 5th deferment, that was a fucked up day. The day your 4th bypass, that was a touch and go day.
About that.
I got Whittington in the 7 slot here.
Yeah.
I know they had a lot of bad days.
Yeah, we
before
talked about that on the show. It's like, can't you give the guy a break and say it was the worst day of your life?
one of the worst.
Right.
The day that I accidentally shoot you it's a shitty day, but it's not the worst.
It's up there.
Yeah,
but
come on.
For Whittington, I'm sure that was the worst day.
Listen, the day I got my Lexus, some fucker keyed it. Now that was a shitty day.
That's a shitty
right?
day.
That's a fucking awful day.
That is a shitty day.
I'm going to try this again, guys. Gary in Indianapolis. I'm stupid. Gary, what's up?
Hey, guys, I just want to say this is fucking brilliant radio. Love Greg.
Hey, buddy.
You guys, you need to be coming out here in the Midwest more often.
Who? Greg or?
Greg.
Yeah.
No, you guys are on. You guys are on it here every day.
Oh, I see what you're
Every
saying.
day here.
I was in Chicago last week, man.
I really like Greg Proops. I saw him. I was saying this when Jay called, and I saw you at the Montreal Comedy Festival for the first time. I was like, "Wow, this guy's really good." And then
You're
made sure
very
he came. Made sure I went to Caroline's the last time you were in town. So he's playing Caroline's all weekend long. Greg Proops. 212-757 $4,100 for tickets.
A very funny stand-up who I spent a lot of time arguing with on Tough Crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You two on Tough Crowd were always.
But
fun
I
to
always
watch, man.
and Colin always loved too, like guys that are liberal that always try to be, at least just try to be funny, like, or just good comics. It's like a guy like Mark Maron, I agree with almost nothing he says, and yet he's still a really good comic because he's always being funny. Greg's always being funny. It's like, yeah, that's all you ask from a fucking comic is do your opinions, whatever you got. Just be funny with it.
Yeah.
If you can't be funny with it, then you're fucking alternative and preachy and boring.
Yeah.
And the same with the conservative.
Let's go to Georgia. Stephanie, what's up?
Hey guys, I cannot believe I got through. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so are we.
I've been listening to you guys. You guys are my dirty little secrets. And I heard Greg this morning, and I could not believe it. Greg, I listen to you literally every single day and night.
Thank you, Pumpkin Butter.
What, you got his place wiretapped?
No, I have the Bob the Builder tapes.
Oh my God, that's right.
The what?
Bob the Builder.
What's that?
If you had a child, you'd know.
He's the voice of Bob the Builder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't going to bring it up. I don't know if it... Are you proud of that?
Well, I mean, I'm always happy to be employed. You know, maybe call me crazy, but I love in show business getting a check
Bob the
for
Builder
working.
is huge with kids.
Yeah, I understand.
Lovely.
I need to explain. I mean, but because you have an intelligence about you, and that was a very simple thing. That's the only thing I'm getting at. I'm sure the popularity and the paychecks are awesome, but
it's if you're over 5, the show. You know, the interest level. Well, I mean, hey, let's pave this area over here, and then let's build this thing here. I mean, if you're 2, you're like, this is great. They're going to build a road. And if you're like 5, you're like, okay, they built the road. I'm done.
Here's the deal. I'm out in Colorado with my girlfriend's family, and they have very young children. And I'm sitting in the living room watching something like T2 or just a movie that I'm really into. And when the kids start, like, perking up, the show goes off, and Bob the fucking Builder goes in. And Bob the Builder, can we build it? Bob the Builder, yes, we can. And I'm like, what happened to T2? What happened to T2?
Look, there's nothing wrong with a paycheck. It's just got to be depressing when your fan base is blowing you because they're teething.
I don't want to say they're young.
Greg, I got to tell you that at first I did not know it was you on the tape. It was my husband who said, oh my God, that's Greg Proops' voice. So it was...
So how's that work out for
identified.
you? How's that work out for you financially, right?
That's okay. The best part
bucks?
is I go to England to record it, and people
Is that where they do it?
here say stuff like, "Well, couldn't they just record it down the line from here?" And it's like, yeah, but do you understand they're flying me to England to go do this gig? Yeah, but you could do it here, and you wouldn't have to go there. I like to go there because I want to get on the plane and go to another country.
Do you ever
fly
slip
Virgin?
in?
Huh?
I'm sorry. Do you fly Virgin when you go there?
No, usually BA, but I have flown Virgin.
Okay.
Hey, Stephanie,
do you ever slip in some anti-corporate messages or some liberal agenda shit that Bob the Builder doesn't like, that he's building a building that's going to house like Starbucks?
It's fantastic. It's awesome for a building show because it is a very liberal show. They're always recycling and reusing everything, and they live in Sunflower Valley, which is a self-perpetuating situation.
Wonderful.
It's never that they're building a nuclear power plant, and it's never that they're tapping into an untapped...
Deforesting for the lumber?
Yeah, no, it's never. It's never, hey, look, we've struck oil under Sunflower Valley. We better move the indigenous people down the road. It's never that.
Bob is building a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, exactly. It's never. It's always a little more benign than that.
Stephanie,
mind you, it's 2-year-olds, so they're not really ready to deal
What's
with
your favorite
the big issues.
episode? What's your favorite episode, Stephanie?
Of Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
I like the second half of the Sunflower Valley series, where they get the little trailer all set up for Wendy, and
is that the one where Bob has to fire half his staff because they outsourced to Mexico?
No, that's not the episode. That comes later on in the series.
What's the episode where Bob had to fire the one Mexican who was taking a dump into his friend's lunchbox as a joke?
Yeah.
Let's go to Sherry in South Dakota.
Bob's Hard Day. They all have very gay titles.
Bob's Crew unionizes.
Bob's Big Toolbox of Fun is the name of one of the videos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sherry was in love with Jim.
Oh, no.
Yes.
What happened?
What happened, Sherry?
What happened?
What happened? I have this huge, huge crush on Jim.
But now that you don't hunt, I don't know if we could get along.
Why? First of all, what do you look like?
What do I look like? I have blue eyes.
Are you a
brown
short,
hair.
bald Irish man?
Girls that hunt are usually hot.
Irish, and I'm short. I don't know.
Watch Jim change his stance. The hotter you get.
Absolutely. No, so you're short and you have blue eyes.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Well, I'm 5'6".
All right, 5'6".
Yeah. I'm not terribly skinny, but I'm
Hunting is for douchebags. I hate hunting. Hunting stinks.
Why?
Hunting is for dummies. Nothing worse than a cow shooting pheasants.
Now, Jim, let's say she was 5'6", 115 pounds, big boobs, nice ass.
You know what? Technically, hunting does help cut down on deer overpopulation.
Right.
And as long as it's done safely and there's fun, it can be very good. And there's a lot worse things you can be doing with the time.
Sure.
There you go.
It's all about where my cock is going. Get that through your heads.
All right, Sherry.
Thanks, Sherry.
You have to remember, though, you bend over a lot when you're deer hunting.
Yeah, I know that. And you get fucking Lyme disease. I don't need deer hunting. It's stupid. Fucking thing's just trying to have some water in a leaf. Wants to have a berry and there's some fucking short fat broad shooting at it. Fucking leave the fucking thing alone, why don't you? Minding his business.
It really doesn't try to hurt anybody.
Perhaps enjoying a juniper berry. He's got a bullet hitting his back hind quarter. Jesus Christ, go to the gym.
Yeah, the gym's a great place to hunt because everyone's stationary, you know?
Yeah.
They're just going up and down on the Stairmaster.
On a treadmill, how hard is that? They're not even really moving.
God, is that good? All right, we got to say goodbye to Greg Proops. We're going to take a break.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, they said you have to go to
yeah, I do. I gotta
Cold
go do
Pizza.
Cold
Why are you throwing Greg out?
Yeah. I don't throw Greg out.
I like Greg.
They told me we had you to 9:15. It's almost 9:30, and I know you got to get to Cold Pizza.
Oh,
That's the
ESPN
only
show?
reason.
Yeah, we got to go do the ESPN show.
That's the only reason. I'm going to be at one of your shows, Greg. I can't wait to
cool.
see you again. It's Greg Proops at Caroline's.
Please do. Thank you.
All weekend long. To reserve tickets, 212-757-4100 for Greg Proops.
Really good show, man.
Thanks, fellas. I appreciate it. And don't forget, Jim's in Saratoga this weekend.
Somewhere.
Albany.
There.
Yeah, we'll plug that next. Brand new Godsmack and Speak. They're still doing it. Good to see. Greg Proops was fun, huh?
Always funny.
Yeah. We don't have to agree with ideology to have fun.
He's a good fucking stand-up. He's a funny comic.
He's got a lot of energy on the stage, too, man. Keeps it going. He knows a lot of words. He knows a lot of good words.
Words are good.
I like words, guys.
So do I. A couple hundred I know.
Oh, Opie, you know.
A couple hundred.
American Idol audio. We got so much to do. We got Tyra Banks. We still got to do the phobia thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could do that today. Maybe. And then we got Than's new bit, which I love. He's taking sitcoms and showing everyone how awful they really are.
Oh, I love that bit.
I do love this bit a lot.
I love it, too.
I can't watch sitcoms. I haven't watched sitcoms since Seinfeld.
It's only a couple.
I mean, you know, The Office.
The Office I watch, and I watch My Name is Earl.
And My Name is Earl. It's not those shows aren't the sitcom formula, though.
Yeah.
Those aren't live audience things, right? I haven't seen My Name is Earl.
Right. Where it's the set of the house, the wacky neighbor, applause breaks, laughing at nothing. I hate all that. I gave up on sitcoms a long time ago.
Scrubs is pretty good too. Not like The Office good.
I'm talking about the traditional sitcoms,
good.
where it's the living room.
Yeah.
It's the kitchen.
I find myself watching cartoons in prime time. You know, The Simpsons, things like that.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I need some laughs. Maybe we could play Fans Audio.
Well, after American Idol.
All right.
You want to do this first?
It doesn't matter. I mean,
we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
I just need some laughs.
I want the good ones.
I get some good sitcom laughs lately.
Sitcom laughs.
Fans picking out the funny moments. Which one is this from?
This is Freddie. I didn't even know there was a show called Freddie on.
Why don't we get
Freddie.
Stupid Fan in here to discuss this before he gets a good slap? Where is he?
And we do pride ourselves on being up on pop culture. I had no idea there was a sitcom called Freddie out there.
Ooh, M&M's and Mountain Dews. What a lovely shit you're going to have in about 2 hours.
Is that your lunch? Thanks for the intro, Jim.
Is that your
Coming up?
Is that your mid-morning snack?
This is to get me through, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you have such a good body?
You're making me nervous. I work out too.
No.
Burn off those excess calories.
My mid-morning snack is grapes and milk.
Oh,
is that it?
Oh. What a goody two shoes. That's a goody two shoes meal.
No, see, the joke is it makes me extremely gassy.
Oh, does it?
We should do a gassy show.
No.
Everyone brings in what
No.
makes them really gassy and see who is last man standing.
Oh, I know. I know.
I'll take you on, no problem.
No.
Would you really?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Anthony?
I don't like being involved in any gas passing.
How about you do the whole
events.
show with one of your gas masks?
Although I tell you, if I took a little of that 2 scoops of raisins in a Kellogg's Raisin Bran, if I mowed down some of that stuff, forget about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are both going to be worse than I am when I have half and half in coffee. I'm sure I have no doubt.
No, not because if we were going with quantity, I might go with Opie. If we were going with pure devastation of human fucking olfactory senses, I would go with Jimmy
You
Norton.
have no idea what I could do.
No. Dude, in all the years we've worked together, you've never out-trumped Jimmy as far as a stinky fart goes.
Because I'm eating healthy. If I'm in the competition, I'm in. It's Raisin Bran, it's grapes, it's milk.
Raisin Bran grapes, but you better eat corpses. You better be chewing on fucking corpses to try to beat Jimmy.
No, you guys,
He
come
stinks.
on, that sounds good. It's a good idea.
Let's do the gas off.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll have McDonald's the night before and half of my coffee that morning.
I know Anthony
and I'll
hates...
apologize in advance.
I'm going to bring in a genuine gas mask.
Yeah, I know Anthony hates smells. We all do, but he really doesn't want to deal on
It
any level.
disturbs me that I'm inhaling molecules of shit.
All right, so you'll do the show with a gas mask.
Yeah.
Jimmy and I will go at it. Maybe someone else could join the competition. We need judges, though.
I'm sure Danny will fucking join in.
Somewhere Danny's eyes are lighting up.
Yeah, look at him. Thumbs up for Danny.
And no onion dip, you freak.
Oh, what? Onion dip does it to him?
Hey, you're the judge.
Wait,
I have to be the judge? I can't with a gas mask
I know
on.
and we could get Bill the intern. He'll do anything.
With a radiation gauge.
What day you want to do this? I got to experiment on some...
Tomorrow?
I got to experiment
You're going to train?
Yeah, I got to experiment on some food combinations. I'm taking Jimmy on.
Go right ahead. I don't need to experiment. You just let me know,
Jimmy
kid.
knows. Look at this pro.
I'm taking Jimmy on.
Jimmy's a pro.
Yeah, you take some batting practice, and you let me know when you're ready.
Minnesota farts. It's Jimmy.
I know the grapes and I know the Raisin Bran will be very
laugh at
strong.
grapes.
Very strong for me.
I chortle at Raisin Bran.
I just got to figure out when to start eating this stuff so the gassers are perfect when we do this.
McDonald's,
the timing's
half and
everything.
half.
So we're going for smell, bad smell?
Putrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want putrescence? You're talking to the right man.
Putrescence.
We're looking for rotting eggs, meats,
raw sewage,
ammonia.
You ever do one that I swear to you smells like a refinery, like an oil refinery, like tar? Like that's probably the worst.
Sharp.
Yeah, it's just pungent.
Do you understand when me and Jim Florentine were one time flying? We got upgraded to first. We got upgraded to first in Continental. We're fucking flying, and we both had awful farts.
Don't tell me the plane ran out of fuel. You farted in the tank and made it to L.A.
No, but my farts that day were an abomination, and they were so bad. We were in the first row. Jim had to go into the bathroom, and I let one go. It almost felt like there was no liquid, but it was like.
Oh, those.
It was like
Was
it
it
was
hot?
on my thighs. It smelled so bad. The flight attendant walked by and actually grabbed something and started to spritz outside the bathroom door. She thought Florentine was shitting in the bathroom so horribly.
Brilliant,
dude. It was so bad. There was like an hour later, a flight attendant actually was walking, and stopped at the wall of smell. This is when Jim was sitting next to me. Got the spritzer and spritzed by my chair.
An hour later?
Dude, no, I had kept farting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And my only regret is
shit.
it was so bad. And they were commenting on it. They knew after a while that we were just
Legendary.
farting. And we were giving ourselves away because we're holding up the newspapers, shaking behind we were giggling like 5-year-olds. We're all standing to get off the plane. And I had one. And it was like... in my fucking stomach. And we were all standing waiting to get off, and I was afraid if I farted, it would be so putrid that they would fucking pull me aside, and I was afraid I would lose my gold status.
Yeah.
I was afraid that it would be caused like a
That's
disruption on the
grounds
plane.
for it. I think it's in the rules.
For being disruptive.
Let's find a slow day next week and we'll do this.
Oh my god!
I just got to figure out the math. I got to figure out.
Let me know.
When do you start eating? Like, well, I guess I got to do the night before to get something built up.
Whatever you
some
feel.
White Castles.
Oh, thanks for the idea. Good idea, kid. Good idea, kid.
White Castles, grapes, Raisin Bran, whole milk.
White Castles and milk will do it for me. I could eat fucking fruit and have it happen. I could eat wheat bread and have it happen. My system's a slave to me.
Yeah, doesn't matter what it is. You could turn it into stink. Wonderful.
All right, we'll figure out the details. That's what we do on satellite radio.
That's right. We're edgy. We cut the cheese.
That's right.
Damn.
We're brilliant broadcasters.
What a bunch of dopes.
Do you guys now get it when I say we're brilliant broadcasters?
We can talk about the friggin' issues and you know, politics or just what people are dealing with on a daily basis. And then there's whose farts smell worse.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out.
Oh, yeah. We should have a side competition, have all the boys in here and see who's the last guy to run out.
Oh.
I say Ant should, you need to help, Ant. I think Ant should have a tube from each ass to his face. As a friend, just to help out.
I'm not even going to try to talk him into it. I know
No,
Anthony. He's
I
just
can't.
not going to be part of this.
I
But-
can't.
But it'll be funny to have you do a whole radio show
I'll
through
do it
a
through a
gas
gas
mask.
mask.
All right, here we
through
go.
a gas mask.
Excerpts from Freddie.
Who's in Freddie?
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yes.
How bad is this one, Than?
Not a lot of laughs for me. I didn't enjoy it.
All right,
So
here's
not
the
very-
first.
Hold on, can you tell us what it's about? Because there might
Yeah.
be some funny stuff that is in context with the story.
Yes. I believe he is a restaurateur. He owns or runs his own restaurant.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. And I think what's coming up in the start of the episode is he's just started with this new girl in his life.
Yeah.
But some old one that he'd always had some thing for has come back and saying she wants to be with him now.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
And
oh shit! No, I got the clip mixed up. I didn't see that. Didn't have the junior behind it. That was older clip.
I saw your hand, and I'm like, I know where this one's going.
I was like, this isn't going to be good.
I'm a hack.
Here we
No,
go.
just, you think the same way I do. I guess we're both hacks.
All right, here we go.
Funny.
From Freddie.
Dude, I bring Rose to you and you push her out the door. Freddie, I thought you said that she was the one person you could see spending the rest of your life with.
Yeah, Denise and I just got back together. She's in the kitchen. Like, what am I gonna do? Seeing Rose made all those feelings come back, but I care about Denise too.
I'm making you a sandwich. Do you want Swiss or cheddar on it?
Huh? What? I don't know. I want both. I need time.
Oh my God.
See, the choice of cheese is like an analogy for his choice of woman.
Right. He
He's
needs
not sure
time.
if he wants
I don't know.
Swiss or cheddar. He wants both.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be funny
Yeah.
if he said, I like Swiss, because there's already holes in it.
Right.
I could fuck him.
Well, cheddar likes taking it in the ass.
Yeah.
Guys, maybe we just don't understand comedy.
And
'Cause
Swiss.
this is a
Maybe.
network show.
You're right, they wouldn't make a poor decision. Good point.
All right.
I'm having lunch with Rose. Could you please seat her at table 36?
Rose, you haven't told me you were back with Denise.
I am. I have a date with her tonight. That's why I need to tell Rose the timing isn't right for us to be together.
Oh, wow, that's got to be hard for you. You did say Rose was the one person you could see spending the rest of your life with.
Does everyone remember that?
Holy shit, are you kidding
Wow.
me? Even the laugh track they can't commit to.
They're like, I actually kind of sold him short there. that was the second time somebody had reminded him of that comment.
Oh, okay. It's a running gag then.
Yeah, because it's really funny, so you want to hit it as many times as possible.
You would.
Of course. They all remember it, right?
Yeah.
They don't have a sea bass joke.
Who doesn't?
Can't get enough of sea bass jokes.
I'm trying to work one into my set as we speak.
Is it ill-tempered?
A sea bass is only funny if you say, hey, Cheney's daughter burped. What did her breath smell like? Long way to go.
Hey, look who's right on time and everything. We're right over there.
Okay. Actually, I got here early. I kept thinking about you last night when I was trying to fall asleep. I just couldn't wait to get here and see you today.
I don't blame you. I have quite a good Chilean sea bass special today.
Oh my God! Are you kidding?
This is all in the 2 minutes before the credits roll. Like this is the teaser to get you into the episode.
This is so you don't change the.
This is all the beginning.
Yeah.
And people make fun of me because I'm watching American Idol.
Wait a minute. Can you play that clip one more time? Because I want to hear.
Please,
now, there's
Jimmy.
something in the
Jimmy.
writing. It's a basic. I could be wrong, but the word "today" was said twice in a row. It's a 10-second clip. I want to see. That's a very basic writing.
It is.
Hey, look who's right on time and everything. We're right over there.
Okay. Actually, I got here early. I kept thinking about you last night when I was trying to fall asleep. I just couldn't wait to get here and see you today.
I don't blame you. I have quite a good Chilean sea bass special today.
Yeah, today.
Do you see how fucking writing 101? I've never written a sitcom, but I've written enough jokes to know.
You should have seen that. Yeah.
That's just terrible and sloppy and redundant.
I don't like that in emails. Like, if I'm writing an email or a post on a message board, if you have the same word, I'll have to go to the thesaurus.
Here's how you word that. Now, you be the girl, and I'll be FPJ.
Yeah.
You say, I couldn't wait to get here and see you today.
I couldn't wait to get here and see you today.
Really? Have some fish, whore.
Today.
You seem tense. Is everything okay?
This needs a setup. It's
all right.
This is, according to Than, a hilarious food analogy.
Ooh.
I love analogy.
You seem tense. Is everything okay?
Yeah. No, Rose, how can I put this? It's like today's special. See, originally, I wanted Chilean sea bass with the broccolini. But the broccolini went away. But then I found butternut squash. So I decided to go with that. But then, the broccolini came back.
Dude, it's just a side dish. Hey.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Do you know, and I mean
He's trying
this.
to say that broccolini has legs and can just walk away?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is he saying about his...
And everybody knows butternut squash doesnn't go with Chilean sea bass.
Of course it doesn't.
Obviously, one of these girls is really hot, and the other one is a stumpy mess.
I've
those
never...
two vegetables, one's much better than the other.
First of all, I've never heard of broccolini.
No one
Broccolini
has.
is very tasty.
I've never heard of it.
It's quite good.
Hey, broccolini.
It's quite good. Wow.
This could be.
Do we have to play the rest of the clips?
Opie, I want to have some laughs.
This is a horrible representation of this program. Perhaps it's just taken out of context.
Good point, Ant. Maybe the next
that's
clip.
it.
All right. The next clip is the two give each other a good-natured ribbing.
No. Do they really?
As long as it's good-natured.
This is probably where it gets good, though.
Yeah.
How could we not see how perfect we are for each other?
I did. You're the dope who didn't pick up on all my hints. I even use my sexy voice when we talk on the phone. I'd be like, hey, girl, what's up?
Yeah, you're a little old for sub.
What? You're probably older than me.
Ow! Ooh. Is that a gray hair?
Ooh, are those crow's feet, Granny?
Oh, I said, is that a gray hair, Granddaddy?
Hey, why you gotta keep going back to gray hairs? Seriously, do I have one?
all right. See, it did get good. It got funny, finally.
I was so uncomfortable listening to that. I'm not even kidding.
Hey, Granny.
She calls him Granddaddy, but then he's like, all kidding aside, do I
Yeah.
have one?
That is great.
This is good. When's this on, Sam?
That's great
It's
stuff.
on Wednesdays on CBS.
Of course it's on CBS.
Does a singing colored garbage man come in every so often? Garbage man! Scatman Crothers?
I don't know.
No? Don't remember Chico and the Man? Who's
back
on
in
the
the
show?
day,
It's on ABC. I'm sorry.
It was
It's on
back
ABC.
it was back in the day when they did great sitcoms, Stan.
Chico
There
and
was
the
a
Man?
time that these
Remember?
sitcoms were worth watching.
Freddie Prinze sounds like he's doing a bad danza, actually.
I hear the dance in his voice. You're right.
Hey, thoughts and prayers, huh?
I have an idea.
The Chilean sea bass, and then the broccolini, and I like doing it with garlic and oil, but this time I used oil and onions. People. The people. Doddering fucking ass.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Because there's a very funny All in the Family clip. So to prove the point, everybody knows how awful TV is, but why don't we have comparisons? Maybe to add to this bit, which is great, bring a couple of truly great sitcom
The good
clips.
old days.
Fucking Taxi.
Find something from Supertrain. I want it here.
Some of the great shows.
227.
Some of the great ones,
That's
right.
Rhoda.
227.
Do we have to...
Joni loves Chachi.
Do we have
I
to
want
listen
comedy.
to any more of this?
Opie, I'm having
Yes.
some laughs.
Yes, we do.
And I'd like some more.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, dear Lord.
Whose snow boot is this?
That would be yours.
Good, because I was looking for it.
Oh, someone's cranky.
I'm sorry, okay? Work sucked, I have a splitting headache, and now I have to go break it off with Denise.
Well, when I left, you said you were breaking it off with Rose.
I know, all right? Denise is great, but after I started talking to Rose, I realized there are things we have that I can't have with anyone else.
Well, you did say that she was the girl you could see spending the rest of your life with.
Again.
Was I just a big woman that week?
Boring.
Then the music kicks in.
music.
Establishing shot outside the restaurant. Shut
Scene
up.
change. Advice from a friend. Do we have to listen to this? Can we?
Well, here's how that joke should have
What, are
went.
you
This is where
sick of laughing?
yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What do you want to do? Bum us all out?
Come on, Opie.
Good point, Than.
Thanks.
Here's how that joke should have went. That was a kind of a. It wasn't bad, but it probably should have went a little bit like this. Like you say to me, "Whose snow boot is this?"
Whose snow boot is this?
Well, it ain't Mabel King's. Or how about this? Whose snow boot is this? How many are there? One. Well, that would be my wife, Paul. It's the wrong foot. Snow booting and just drag that other Terminator leg through the snow.
Joe, what's up?
How do you do, Joe?
Whose snow boot is this? There's blood on it. It must be Sonny Bono's.
or there's blood on it. Look, and a ransom note. It's from outside the Ramsey household.
You bring it back to the
That's a little cowboy boot, not a snow boot.
Joe.
Yo.
What's your name?
Yo, Jeremy.
Yeah.
But I was talking to you, wasn't I?
Yeah, I guess you were.
All right.
Yo, guys, I just wanted to tell you how fucking thankful I am that somebody's finally fucking calling out all these bullshit, dog shit, crappy-ass fucking sitcoms that are post-Seinfeld. All of them suck. Every fucking one of them are like this. This is an example of all of them.
Well, dude, they are awful, and that's why I came up with this bit.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
This
and
is
they're
a
on
Than original. You know what else we need, Than, if I may? Take your bit and add something to it.
We'll see.
Suggestion. We'll see. We'll see.
You're auditioning right now, fucker. Don't
I
trip
know.
up.
I know. I'm pitching something. Okay, it's like Jackass meets Mythbusters.
Good.
Good.
We ever hear from that guy again, by the way?
Of course not.
No.
Stop it. Stop it. The teasers for a lot of these shows have the voiceover guy, the wacky music, and then the funniest line of the show. Mm-hmm. Now that would point out how hysterically funny these sitcoms are, with the help of the voiceover guy and the wacky music.
Okay.
If we can get a couple of those, I'd be, forever indebted to you.
Sure.
Yes. All right.
I'll get some.
Tonight on a very special or a brand new.
Okay, we're done.
No, Opie, I want to have some more laughs.
Mm-hmm.
The audience wants more laughs. Ant wants more laughs, and Fan wants more laughs.
This Wednesday on a fresh Reba. Oh, stop it.
Reba goes into the baby room and sees a blue disappointment in the crib.
Why? We were doing so well. Why?
On the episode, you should have put it on its back.
You pick it up like a Cornish game hen, and you try to pat a cry out of it.
Why?
Oh, jeez. You should have put it on its back.
Here we go.
What is wrong with me? Look, I couldn't break up with Rose or Denise, so now I'm doing exactly what I didn't want to do. Basically, seeing a boat.
Dude, who says you can't have two women? Have you asked them? The trick is to make them think it was their idea.
I care about these women, Chris, all right? They both have qualities that I'm looking for.
I just had a great idea.
Look, please, tell me.
I think I'm going to hit a club tonight and see how many girls I can meet at one time.
How does that help me?
It's not always about you, Freddie.
Holy crap.
This is awful,
Oh my God.
awful stuff.
Nope, they just missed the obvious joke.
Uh-huh.
How about you, Phoebe? I have a great idea.
I have a great
I
idea.
have a great idea. You say, I have a great idea.
What's your idea?
I'm going to put a cast on my arm and kill a fat girl putting a fucking soap into my van. I almost lost that one.
Would you? You're downright giddy.
You.
Jack Gordon.
Gordon. You look like you need some help over there. Would you? Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go to Doug in Oklahoma.
Doug, card here somewhere.
Doug,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, there's some good sitcoms on TV. You like My Name is Earl?
Yeah,
we said that. My name is Earl. The Office.
The Office.
I never saw either one of them, but I hear they're good, but they're not live audience. I think we're talking more about like live audience format, the live audience formula.
I'd love to see Jimmy on a sitcom.
You will.
You will in June,
A good
sir.
one.
I hope it's good.
Of course
What's it
it's
called?
good. You're in it.
Lucky Louie on HBO.
Oh, HBO, that'll be awesome.
Wait,
Yeah.
I think that was a slam toward Jimmy, and this guy didn't realize that he actually taped a sitcom.
No.
He wasn't slamming.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
I
sure
loved
where that
it.
came from.
Nobody slams me. They all love
right.
me.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I guess that's it for the clip. So
Are there more clips, buddy?
Got to be one or two more.
I thought there was one more.
Oh,
one
Stan's
more?
right.
Yeah.
If there's one more,
Damn
I
it!
might as well
I
listen.
want to
to it.
have a now put on your laughing
All right.
hats.
I'm really going to give this one a chance.
Me
more
too.
advice.
Okay.
This is the last
So
clip
cynical.
from Freddie.
Roses.
What am I going to do? Look, I only agreed to this date because I thought I was going to break up with Denise.
All right, fine. You want my advice? Take each one of them out one more time, see where they stand on the stuff that's important to you, and make your decision.
That's actually good. Hey, why don't you ever lead off with the good advice? Why do you always have to go through a bunch of stupid ones before you get to the one that makes sense?
It's my process.
That's an inside acting joke, by the way. The process. It's part of like certain acting techniques. They do something called the process.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it is. Is
it?
Yeah, that was like a hip,
Fucking actors.
fucking awful joke.
Well, thank you for this new bit, Dan. It's terrific.
That's great.
It was high fives all around when I came in here. Now everybody's depressed.
No, we're not. You actually don't understand the joy you've just brought me.
Oh, good.
Think of how funny anything we do now is going to seem.
All right.
I think that's how it works. That's the strategy.
We do this bit to make ourselves feel better.
Feel better about what we're doing.
Or if you ever want to punish the audience, you know.
Exactly.
Again.
All right. Very good. Than's bit. Good job. I actually
I like it.
Than. It's a very good
I
bit.
like it.
It's
And remember, we'll get
creative.
some old clips, some All in the Family
Very
stuff
clever.
to throw in.
And some teasers.
Teasers. With the
Okay.
music, voice guy. And now it's time for an episode of E-Rock's Lunch. What's hidden in that square piece of tinfoil under the napkin?
2 pieces of white bread.
It may surprise you.
The last we left E-Rock, he said he was eating better. So
What do you? Don't just put it aside. Crack that puppy
Open it,
open
shit
and
toes.
show the staff what you're eating.
Wait, before you say anything,
We're gonna guess.
We should.
All right.
Guess what's in your foil?
Remember, we were talking about cholesterol and stuff, and he gave
Yes.
up bacon.
He said he gave up bacon. I would have guessed a BLT at first, but knowing he gave up bacon, I'm not going to say he went with an LT.
There's going to be a lot of mayo on it. We know that.
I already know what it is.
He's not going to give up the mayo.
A PFLT? Pork, fat, lettuce, and tomato? No?
It's actually a slab of lard between two pig hearts.
All right. Let's see what the sandwich is. We don't
All
need
right.
to guess because that makes the bit boring.
Yeah, and wacky.
And wacky. Lots of mayo.
Oh, my
Jeez.
God. What is that?
You think
is that
you're-
tuna?
You think because you're eating
Tuna
that-
melt? So there's cheese on it.
Be honest.
That is swimming in mayo.
All right, be honest. You think by eating that you're eating healthy, right?
No, not by that. But I said I only cut the mayo down to tuna and to chicken salad.
But
and that
there's
was it.
so much mayo in that tuna.
It's
It's more
swimming.
mayo than
It's
tuna.
swimming in mayo.
You know how they make it at the delis sometimes? It's like soup. It's not even tuna anymore.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
That is worse than eating bacon.
Yes.
Because at least with bacon, especially if it's well done, they're cooking a lot of the fat out.
Depends on how it's done, right?
I mean, it's still not the greatest thing to eat, but that's like pure mayo. They butter the bread before they cook that,
And then the
you got
cheese
cheese on there
on
too,
it.
right?
Have a good lunch, John Wayne Cullen.
All right, here we go. Bobby in Georgia. Bobby.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
What's up?
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Bobby with a Y.
Hey, listen, I want to comment on Than's bit. It is fantastic. It does bring to light what shit's on TV these days.
All right.
But you were talking with Ann about Scatman Carruthers. Wasn't he in The Shining as well?
He was?
Oh, my God.
Gee, I don't remember
You gotta
his
get him,
part.
Bobby.
What did he do in The Shining?
Oh, I don't know, but I was on to say, wasn't his best work done as the voice of Hong Kong Phooey on Saturday mornings?
Was he Hong Kong Phooey?
I don't know.
No
You
clue.
could probably see clips of that on the internet.
I just know, maybe I did see him in The Shining. Wasn't his big black feet at the foot of his bed as a big picture of an Afro-naked woman was shown on the screen?
He flew Continental.
Continental, he did.
He did, right?
Just like Jimmy.
Yeah. All right, thanks,
And he
Bobby.
asked his buddy for a snowcat.
Yeah.
Rick?
The irresponsible assholes, Larry. He was Larry Durker was his friend.
Larry Durker. He called him at the station.
I bet you could find clips on the internet, because I'm not too sure what the internet is for.
What the internet is for?
Yeah.
You're still confused?
Yes.
Oh, my God. It's such a simple thing. Everybody knows what the internet's for. Information? No.
Scatman Crothers clips?
Scatman Crothers clips? No, I don't think so.
The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Me up all night hugging me horn to porn.
Right.
Thank you. I've been craving that for a month.
I know. So have I.
Hey, Rick.
That's stuck in my head.
Good morning, boys.
What's up, Rick?
Good morning, Buttercup. You guys watch The Office, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you notice the assistant there to Mikey kind of looks like old Mr. Benny Sparks?
Dwight?
Dwight looks like Ben.
Yeah,
He's got the glasses and the wild hair. That's funny.
That's pretty
Started
good.
down the middle and all a mess.
That'll be on the Photoshop tonight.
And when you called me Buttercup, is that a nickname, or were you actually confused with E-Rock drinks with his lunch?
All right, Rick. All right, American Idol clips. Let's get through this.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
short and easy. We were talking about this earlier, and we didn't have the clips, so we're going to go back to this. Chris Daugherty was the guy that did Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Wanted, Dead or Alive did a great job. His problem, I think, doesn't have a lot of that charisma they're looking for. He's a straight-ahead rock guy, so he kind of just holds the mic, leans forward, and sings balls out. And, not literally. That would be Derek, who would sing balls out on a drunken cam in the office. I was just trying to get his attention, talking long enough to get his attention.
He looks and sounds like a guy that could sing for any alt-rock band out there.
Yeah, and he's got a great voice.
Well, I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. Well, I'm wanted, dead or alive. Well, I'm a cowboy. I got the night on my side. Well, I'm wanted, dead or alive. And I ride.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Very good. A little too, a lot of. He's really good. I would prefer it a little bit more less shaky, the voice, or affected, or whatever you
You don't like that whole line?
It's okay. Just a little too much for me. But he's good.
We got
He's, really good.
We got the young teen Kevin next.
What did he do?
One Last Cry by Brian McKnight.
Is he the lisper?
Oh, is he the lispy guy?
Lispy guy.
He's from Levittown, so he's
local kid for us.
For us, it's a local Long Island kid, and that's his representing. And he just very geeky looking. Looks like he belongs on the AV squad at school. He's 16, cherub cheeked, and
looks like Chicken Little.
Yeah, it looks a little like Chicken Little. That's what it is. Oh, boy, I don't know nothing about baseball. Right. That's what he looks like. The little chicken that Foghorn Leghorn used to have to take care of sometimes.
Sure.
Boy's about as sharp as a sack of wet mice.
The guy's got a good voice, but he has the lisp that you can't get past.
Yeah, the lisp is really
While
hard.
he sings?
While he
A little
sings
bit.
everything.
A little bit.
Let's hear this kid.
One last cry.
One last
cry before I leave it all behind. I've gotta put you out of my mind this time.
He's talking about the game EverQuest.
I guess I'm down. I guess I'm down. I guess I'm down. To my last cry.
Not bad.
Fuck him.
You know?
Instead of guitar picks, he has to throw out Rain-X and windshield wipers. Little lispy jizzbag.
It's not bad. He definitely doesn't have the look they're looking for.
No, and Simon just chewed him up, man. Listen to this.
I apologize, America. Kevin, I like you. Okay? But that would appeal to anyone over the age of 90 who was hard of hearing.
You know what?
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
Oh, boo.
Let me finish, because, and I'm not going to patronize you because of your age, Kevin, but
please.
vocally, it was verging on excruciating.
You are absolutely wrong. He first said it was if you're over 80. I don't care if you're 78,
90.
68, 58, 18, or 8. You've got a wide fan base.
I'll have sex with you.
Paula has to say something nice about every
Everybody.
single person that gets up on that stage.
Everybody.
I didn't want to like Simon. You know, I didn't really watch American Idol until this season. I did not want to like the guy. I like him because he's very, very honest.
Brutally honest. He doesn't care.
I mean, the guy sang last night. There was 12 of them. There's 3 or 4 maybe that have what it takes at this stage to move on.
Yep.
So he's not going to waste anyone's time. He trashed everyone else. Harsh at times, sure.
Yep, but honest.
But very, very honest. And they get Paula and Randy Jackson get all pissed off at him.
Oh, hey, dog. Come on, dog. What you talking about, dog?
Where's that dog pound? Yuck.
Ooh. Shut up.
Let's see. The next one was Elliot. This is the guy that I think they said has the best voice in all 5 years.
Is that what he
of
said?
American Idol,
Yeah.
as far as a guy's voice.
Is this the Stevie Wonder song?
Yeah. Listen to this, Jimmy.
Call my name, ooh, so sweet, to make your kiss incomplete.
White guy.
When your mood is clear, you quickly change your ways. Then you say I'm untrue. What am I supposed to do? Be a fool who sits alone waiting for you. But if you really love me, won't you tell me? Yeah. And if you really need me.
What do you think, Jimmy?
He's a very good singer.
Very good, and that was a very hard song to
It's an
sing
impossible
because
song to sing, right?
at the when you heard that when we first went into it, the musical accompaniment is minimal. He's just singing, and he's got to hit all those notes without really a cue from the band, and he did a great job with it. Hit every note perfect.
Did they shit on him?
No. They
No,
really gave
even
him props.
Simon said that's what I like about Simon. He only pointed out 3, maybe 4 guys last night, and that was one of the guys he pointed out saying that's the best male voice we've heard in 5 seasons. Pat in Boston.
Hey, you didn't get to him yet, but the guy with the long hair, I just wanted to hear him go, I'm going to let him in, oh yeah.
I'm going to let her in. Yeah, he kind of had a Travolta look to him. I'm going to sing a song now called Now You're a Cunt.
Which guy was that?
The guy with the hair.
They had a few with the hair.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
Ace Young?
Ace, yeah.
All right. Well, we got the Copacabana guy.
Copacabana guy was, we were calling him Bloated Gomez Adams.
Yeah. I said the Puerto Rican version of John Candy.
Puerto Rican John Candy, which is also Bloated Gomez Adams.
I got a good one.
Oh.
He's Barry Manilow from hell.
Ah, on crack.
Yeah. By the way, we're not playing everybody's performance. It's just a couple of highlights here. Here's Copacabana. This is Bobby Bennett.
Come on!
Trying to get the crowd into it.
Her name is Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and her dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star,
she'll take a dump on your chest.
Across the crowded floor.
Had like a tuxedo on. Fat guy.
They had each other. Who could ask for more at the Copacabana?
Oh, it's all off key.
The hottest spot north of Havana. At the Copacabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Copacabana.
Go!
I think that's the song. That's actually LaMotta singing at the opening of his nightclub in Miami. Thanks.
It's karaoke.
He's got to be gone.
Yeah.
If he isn't voted off tonight, no justice.
It's on tonight? They do the voting?
Yeah, 3 days in a row now. Fox is pushing this shit down our throats.
It's only going to be an hour tonight, hopefully.
I hope so. That 2 hours
I don't
really
want to
a
invest,
reach.
2 more hours. Or an hour and a half because it's DVR.
DVR'd.
All right, here's Simon's feedback on the Copa guy.
Well, if you hear a scream from a hotel room in Las Vegas, that's where Barry Manilow's watching this show after that. I mean, seriously, Bobby, I like you, but I mean, that was a complete nightmare.
And there's Paul. I think that was a nightmare.
It was, and there must be people watching this show tonight thinking we must be off our rockers.
I think they think that all the time.
No, but I mean, seriously, they must think we've gone completely and utterly insane. I mean, you know, I'm sort of with Randy on the entertainment front, but...
Me too, I said.
But horror films entertain me, you know, it's a different kind of entertainment.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Oh.
But it was.
You're horrible.
It was.
You thought it was like a horror flick?
In this situation, the supposed best 12, yes, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yep. Simon's growing on me too. I always trashed him, but there is an honesty to him. I'm starting to really kind of dig.
Yeah, because he's willing to give a compliment. It's tough to get his compliment. You know, he's not sitting there trashing everybody, which I thought was his thing. Like,
right.
No matter what, he'll trash it. But no, he gave props to 3, maybe 4 guys last night.
Yep.
Here's Ace Young, who plays to the camera.
Yeah.
Paula Abdul's getting moist in her pants when he's singing.
This is the one where...
this is what scares me, because you got all the teenage girls out there. They're just going to be texting like crazy and fuck up the whole competition.
Vote for Ace.
Just because he's got the look.
He's got the look. His voice, marginal. He picked a great song for himself. Like I said earlier, a lot of backup vocals right off the bat, so he didn't really have that initial, coming into a song cold like that. And he pulled it off. Not a hard song to sing, really.
Yeah.
Not that very dynamic or anything. Very subdued. And he pulled it off. And then he gives this little look with his eyes into the camera as it pulled away from him at the end of the song, which was just so hacky.
You know what Ace I love?
But they all admitted that he knows how to work the crowd.
Work
and
the crowd.
Ace Frehley.
That's the only Ace that really matters.
He's the only Ace for me.
Here's Ace Young.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me. Maybe this time is forever. Say it can be. Oh no, baby, I won't be your father. I'll be your daddy. Oh,
Ace fucking stinks.
Yeah, it was just a lot of...
He's going on, though.
He had a lot of camouflage there. He's definitely going on. The chicks will fucking be all over his shit.
All right, we only got 2 more clips left, thank God, and then we'll move on. Here's my boy, Taylor Hicks. Love this fucking guy.
See the guy that did the Leonard Skinner song?
Nah, that guy, we didn't get the audio of that
I want to hear that.
We got Taylor Hicks. He's the one that has gray hair. He's 28.
Yeah, gray hair.
He's 28, 29. He's at least 80% gray. He's got some dark hair maybe
I don't
in the
know
back.
what happened to him.
And, well, they showed his father in the audience who doesn't seem that old, and he's completely white.
Completely gray.
He looks like Chester's liver.
But this guy has a lot of
Sorry.
This guy has a lot of talent and a lot of soul.
Yeah.
But I mean, this competition isn't for him, unfortunately. But it'll be interesting to see how far he goes.
He's very likable, is what it is, and that goes a long way.
He loves what he does, but he's just he's kind of a mess compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
And past winners, but there's something about the guy. I just love him.
Yeah, people like this guy.
He did Leave On last night, Elton John.
And it shall men leave on, and it shall be a good man, and it shall men leave on with tradition and a family plan, and it shall men leave on, and it shall be a good man. Well, he shall believe on, and it shall believe on, and it shall be a good man. Well, he shall believe on.
Not his best performance, but he got the job done last night.
Well, vocally, he's like, again, not fantastic. He pulls it off, but it's the image. The guy is just like twitching and jerking and jerking.
He's like Joe Cocker meets Ray Charles. He's
And
just
Ben
all over.
Sparks.
He's all over. That body moves in ways it shouldn't move.
All of a sudden his leg will just like flip up.
Right.
He's weird. He's fun to look at, though. Yeah.
I like the guy. I hope he goes very far. He makes for fun TV.
Yeah, he will.
We left the best for last. David Crooner Radford.
Oh, the crooner. I hate crooners. They have no part, no place in this. When I saw the audition, when he first stepped up an audition, and they go, "Oh, you're a crooner." He goes, "Yeah," and goes into some fucking, Rat Pack song.
Some kind of Dean Martin, Frank
Oh,
Sinatra.
the shark bites
Harry
with
Connick
his
Jr.
teeth, dear. No, that's not what this competition's about. Get out. But they let him through, and now he's got to sing popular songs. It doesn't fit with the crooner style.
Is he going to get voted off tonight?
I hope so. But there were a couple more people that were even worse than him.
How many guys you voted off tonight?
2 people.
Just 2 out of
Where's the
12.
girls?
And Copacabana
The girls
is
were the night
gone.
before.
Copa's gone.
So the girls lose 2 and the guys lose 2 today.
Oh, so there'll be 10 of each left.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's David Crooner Radford.
Crooner.
She knows how to rock and roll. She'll drive me crazy.
Yeah.
She give me hot, cool feet, but then she leave me in a cool, cool sweat. I gotta be cool, relax, get a hip, get on my track, take a back seat, a hitchhike. I take a long, long ride on my motorbike till I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. A crazy little thing called love, A crazy little thing called
Jimmy's liking it.
He has a great voice. I mean, his voice is good.
It's a crooner voice.
But it's like it's not. I know what you mean about crooning. I'm not saying that they shouldn't somehow be paralyzed, but he's not. He's not bad.
Generals gathered in their masses.
I hope he dies.
Just like witches at black masses.
Why don't you just make it about my mother?
Evil minds that plot destruction. Sorcerers in death's construction. I'm a crooner. Shut up.
In the fields,
crooner.
Bodies burning. I can't do crooner. I want to do impersonations.
Come on, do your crooning voice.
In the fields, the bodies burning.
No more
Death
war
and
pigs
hatred.
have the power.
There you go.
Hand of God has struck the hour.
You just got to sing.
Oh, Lord, yes. Oh. Horrid.
Finish with my woman, 'cause she...
No more tears, tears. Oh.
And guys, I'm just trying this now. I don't know if I can do crooner ever again. But it was fun to do.
It was terrific, Jimmy. I liked it.
We crooned together.
You did very well with the crooning.
Two men crooning.
Crooner.
Maybe we could do a little karaoke crooning. A couple of men.
You in one bathroom stall, me in the other, hole in the middle so we can hear each other.
Get your drill out.
Crooning and curling.
Hey, buddy, put your lips down here.
Oh, that's quite a pretty one, fella. Thanks a lot, mister. I gotta go.
Just slip your cock through the hole in the wall. Hey, through the hole.
And listen, guys, Anthony sang in a band. I didn't. So I don't want to read any fucking posts. Why is Norton trying
You're
to
a
sing?
wonder.
Oh, what was that?
That was like that was not too thrilled typing
right.
guy.
Not too thrilled.
He wasn't
typing
angry.
guy.
He wasn't too thrilled.
He wasn't angry.
All right. Can we talk about phobias next, finally?
I'm afraid to.
Quick break, possibly?
I get scared.
All right, quick break, and we'll do finally the phobias.
I have
Tyra
some
Banks,
phobias.
Scared of dolphins next.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Fuck everyone.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm gonna give a big fuck you out to my fucking parents. They're fucking assholes. Fuck those assholes. LNA, you guys keep me up. You bring my day up. I'm not fucking down all the time. You make me laugh. My mom's a fucking cunt. My dad's a fucking asshole. This is to Hoo Hoo and his claim to be revolutionizing the radio industry. Howard, fuck you. If anyone's revolutionizing, it's O&A. They use more methods of media. They reach their listeners. Their listeners are more involved. They have totally changed the way that talk radio interacts with this crowd, with all the MySpace and PAL listening and so forth. Howard, you can't even touch them. Fuck you.
F you fucking BMW. I got a fucking dumb piece of shit of theirs. Battery goes dead. I got a 2001. Then I need a code for the damn radio. They will not give me the code. All they want to do is sell me another factory $1,000 radio. Hell no.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck him.
Cool.
No, you got something.
Space Hog.
Going back
a bit with Space Hog in the meantime. It's Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio. Let's get right into the Tyra Banks thing. We tried to do this about a week ago. We're going to go right into it. She did a show on phobias. And we find out that good old Tyra Banks is scared of dolphins.
Which we've decided is a real stupid thing to be afraid of.
Because you could pretty much avoid dolphins.
You can go... What's the average lifespan? 80-something years old now?
Yes. Let's just call it 80.
Let's call it 80. You can go an entire lifespan from out of the womb to into the grave and never, ever see a dolphin. It can happen. It's the dumbest thing to be scared of.
What, Jimmy?
Nothing. Yeah. I'm just thinking of a couple of fears that I developed.
All right.
I'm afraid of going above 110th Street. I have cookophobia.
Cook. But see, you can avoid going up that far.
Yeah.
And I have a fear of unprotected sex.
Really?
Yes. I have robophobia.
All right, you keep writing down your phobias, okay?
I get scared.
Robophobia.
Here's Tyra talking about her phobia of dolphins. She is another one that's just very full of herself.
Today, my guests and I are coming face to face with our fears and phobias. Now, some of the fears that you're going to hear today may sound funny to some people.
May.
But trust me, from my guest and from me too. The fear that we feel is absolute terror.
What about her scary
now, people may
talent?
laugh at my fear. My fear is dolphins. And you think a dolphin is sweet, it's cuddly, but to me, they're not. And I feel anxiety and I feel panic whenever I'm confronting or even thinking about or talking about a dolphin. It's happening right now. I went to SeaWorld to try to conquer my fear, and here's a little preview.
You know, I know what it is, too, because she understands what they say. And when they make that noise, like, they're actually going, racial sellout. Stop pressing your hair. You know how she should have got over her fear? They should have larded up that dolphin, like, long, thin nose and let him put it into her asshole. Racial sellout. Stop straightening your hair. Stop it.
Right now I'm at the L'Auberge Del Mar Resort and Spa, and I came here a couple of days ago.
Apparently no fear. You don't have plugophobia.
I needed to kind of meditate because I really do have a true fear of dolphins, and I know I'm conquering that today, but I just couldn't just arrive today and just jump straight in because that would freak me out. So I've been relaxing here, kind of getting into it, and I'm ready.
Holy shit.
Getting into what?
She's scared of dolphins, and she'll confront that after a manicure, a pedicure, a
At
facial.
the spa she's at for the past couple of days. She said she got there early.
A mud rub. What else?
That's wonderful.
Right. I'm almost ready.
I'm almost done with my fear. Could you get my toes?
Right. I need a stone massage.
Yeah.
I hope she got over her fear of raped by a masseurophobia. Hope he cured her of that.
Slipped in a digit during the inner thigh massage.
The Asian penetration-ophobia.
She had to relax at a spa before she confronts her fear.
And plug it.
And plug it.
They do a good vulva massage there.
Oh, my God. All right, here's the phobia history with Tyra and dolphins.
I'm wondering.
I'm not exactly sure when my fear of dolphins started.
I know when.
Can you remember
I know it.
far back,
when?
you know,
I know.
elementary
When?
school?
Oh, my God.
As a child, she was teabagged by Dan Marino.
Jimmy's on fire.
What happened? I was raped by Larry Zonka.
She's afraid of dolphins. She starts speculating something about elementary school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go to a zoo or something.
Oh, it was a field trip?
An aquarium or whatever. I'm thinking.
Started. I can remember far back, you know, to elementary school, being a young girl and having these recurring dreams where I'd be in a swimming pool and whales and dolphins would be surrounding me and not even attacking me, but they'd just be bumping me with their nose and bumping me with their nose, and I couldn't wake up, and it was like the weirdest, scariest nightmare for me.
Have a lot of fun. Okay. Oh my goodness.
She's crying.
Oh gosh. Okay. Here I go. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, you're acting crazy. Trying to stay positive. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a blast. Okay. You're gonna walk away here with a respect and
if you have legs,
it's gonna be great.
They're gonna bite them off.
Here's what happened. It's so obvious how she got this phobia.
Yeah.
She'd be dreaming that the dolphins were coming by, poking her in the legs in the pool. What do you think she didn't go swimming with an uncle at one point who was bouncing her up and down, poking him in the buttocks and stomach with his dolphin nose?
The bottle nose. You know how their noses are shaped? A dolphin's nose is shaped right.
I have a fear that a dolphin makes me kiss it and then it spits mayonnaise in my face.
Oh, Jesus.
That's called hawkophobia.
Oh, and then the uncle probably said something like, "Come here, doll, I'll slip your fin if you blow me."
Come on. He put her mouth on it. Blow hole. Blow hole.
This is the stupidest thing, though.
Oh, she's afraid a dolphin is going to threaten to hurt her puppy if it can't spit white stuff on her back. Stupid bitch. Phobia stinks. Ugh.
Well, here's her first attempt.
She watched maybe Flipper and thought of how her uncle would flip her over in bed.
Well, let's go to BCH from Whackbag. BCH.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
dolphins apparently are the most intelligent animal. They don't like black people either.
Oh, Jesus. You know, we were trying to steer clear
That's
of the
a little
racism.
bit. I didn't even think of anything racist,
Do you
actually.
think there weren't 8,000 racist things swimming around?
I didn't have any, actually.
No?
No, I was too busy thinking of child rape.
Joe in Jersey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm afraid of the dark, so I never go to Patterson, Newark, or Camden.
Yes, there's another.
See, you've conquered your fear. Let's say hi to Eli in Brooklyn. Eli.
Hey, I have a phobia, guys. I'm afraid of penguins. They follow me wherever I go. Goose of them on every corner.
I know. I mean,
that would be like a fear of penguins, where you would only see them if you went to the South Pole. And
To make matters worse, I live next to a convent.
Oh, so well, the nuns kind of resemble penguins. Yes,
I would almost understand if Tyra lived in the Caribbean, maybe.
If she was a pearl diver, maybe.
Maybe.
There's still no reason to go. You have to enter the water. You have to go in.
Here we go. Tyra, her first attempt with dolphins. Oh, yeah, she cries here.
Good.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing? I'm one of the trainers here. Oh, don't worry.
I'm scared.
A lot of people have strange fears, and I think it's important to try to get past those fears or understand where they come from. And that's why I'm like, you know what, I want to conquer this, and maybe conquering this strange, weird fear of dolphins will make me stronger in other parts of my life.
First thing I want you to realize, no dolphins in the
Okay, that's what I'm
There's
thinking
nothing.
now.
This is just your average, very cold swimming pool right now.
Great
We're gonna
whites.
use the water first. And
That'd be
you let me
funny.
know
Now you scared, bitch? I think we replaced your fear.
Right.
Fucking great whites, hammerheads, blues.
Here comes orca.
Killer whale.
The jellyfish stinger clit.
Can you imagine how funny that would be?
Hilarious for all of us.
No one has balls anymore. Just convince her there's no dolphins in there and just let some evil beast.
Tie chum to her waist.
The dolphin loves this.
very cold swimming pool right now. We're going to get used to the water first, and then you let me know when you're ready.
Release the Kraken.
Dramatic
I realized I couldn't do it.
You're not even going to... Tyra, come back. Tyra.
I can't do it.
Tyra, it's not going to be that
Oh my God, guys, I'm not going to do this. Oh my God, we're supposed to go parasailing this weekend, and it's going to be so much fun. Me and my friends are going to go to France. We're going to do a little parasailing. All right, it's time to get on the parasail. Are you crazy, insane? I'm not doing this. Let's just go to the bar and drink a party. Woo!
She's pulling a Tara Reid on her fucking staff. Get in the pool, bitch.
She won't get in the empty pool?
Yeah.
It's not going to be that hard. Come on back. It's going to be easy.
I didn't want to do this. I know it seems weird and it might seem crazy, but watching that brings it back.
That's terrific.
And
That's terrific.
I teared up a little bit, you know, right before I was going to walk out. But there were so many people watching and, you know, some people that were SeaWorld, you know, people just visiting SeaWorld and tourists. So I was trying to stay stronger, but I think I feel a little bit safer here, so that's why it's really coming. But you'll see if I conquered my fear of dolphins later in the show. And, you know, this show is really serious to me today. And I feel actually very foolish tearing up about this. It's embarrassing for me. And I don't know where my fear comes from, but today we're going to try to find out and hopefully, you know, take those steps to healing my fear and my guest's fear.
I hope that she doesn't get hurt. But I hope she's on her period, and the dolphin just keeps nudging her crotch.
It's just, now she's teasing it. Now she's going to show all the other people with their phobias, and the last segment will be her getting over her fear of phobias. Tyra, just go by the edge of the boat and look in and look at the dolphin.
Yeah, that's
you got
all.
it.
That's all we want you to do.
By the way, I want to congratulate Than. Who do you shop with Frankenstein for your coat? That fucking thing is 8 inches above your wrist.
Grandpa. Oh.
That's right.
Oh, wow, Derek's giving him shit.
He's not feeling fantastic right
Where's
now.
he going? Where you going, short coat?
All right, listen.
That was Thaniocre at best.
Let's get
Frankenstein.
Let's get this horseshit. Let's get this horseshit off our plate. Let's move on with this stupid Tyra show.
Well, Opie, I have to know.
Well, if we move along, you'll find out if she
Nothing
does
to see
well
here.
conquering her fear. But first, we gotta meet Christina. She's afraid of pennies.
Pennies.
This is Christina, and she says she is ready to face her biggest fear. And Christina, your fear.
Yeah.
And Christina, your fear is not a fear that's a very common one. Tell us what you are afraid of.
My biggest fear is pennies.
And like pennies, like quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies.
No, girl's name, Penny, you idiot.
It's just
like
a problem
quarters,
with
dimes,
everything.
nickels.
It causes a problem in my relationship with my boyfriend because we constantly fight because he just sees it as just a penny and it's something serious to me.
So if there's like pennies on the floor right now, say if there were pennies down here, would you be able to sit right here?
I'd probably be like really, really still and uncomfortable.
Really?
Maybe it's the jerk on the front of the penny that did something really stupid.
that meddler, that goody gumdrop.
Mind your own beeswax.
Exactly. Thanks a lot. Now they're going to unionize and labor's going to cost us.
Trying to run a business here, pal.
See, when you do it, you got to be clever, kids.
That's why.
Stupid Tyra, though.
Yes.
She's saying, imagine if there's pennies on the floor.
Yeah.
We would invite Christina into the studio.
Oh, my God.
And we would lock the door and make sure we fill up this entire studio with pennies.
Just throw them in front of her.
Oh,
There'd be handfuls flinging off of her.
There'd be thousands of them falling on her head from above.
Screaming and
put them down her shirts or they're on her back and on her bosoms.
Back to Christina.
Comfortable.
Really? You seem uncomfortable now. Are you uncomfortable? I see it on your face.
Thinking you're going to come out with pennies.
That I'm going to come out with pennies? Well, I'm not going to force anything on you. You know, just like with the dolphins you saw with me, they didn't force that on me. You know, it was something that was, you know, small steps. So you don't have to worry about me throwing pennies on you or anything like that.
Is she black? The girl?
She sounds white trash.
Okay, I can't.
Oh, really? I thought she sounded like
black.
She sounds black
African.
to you?
If she's black, then understand why she'd be afraid of pennies. Because they're made of copper. And black people are scared of the coppers.
Right. Back in 1937.
I couldn't think of anything.
Hey, copper.
Too bad they weren't made of Keystone as well.
Yeah.
Would have been a better joke.
I was in prison and I'm afraid of lousy screws now.
Here we go.
I don't put Swiss on my sandwiches. I was a crook and I always heard Cheez-It. And it Cheez-It the cops? I went a long way.
Wow.
Really, I tripped over that one so badly.
And you bailed me out of my awful joke.
Yeah. The problem with trying to go on the heels of a bad one to make yourself look better and just pumping out something worse. More shit. All right. Yeah. Here was Jimmy. And I followed it up with this. Oh, it's not over yet.
I smashed the guardrail, you got into a rig, and rear-ended the SUV full of children.
Back to Christina.
Do people tease you? Because I can imagine, you know, my friends tease me about the dolphins. They make dolphin noises. And do people tease you about the pennies?
As well as they should.
They do. What do they do?
Like my best friend, she'll like always come and she'll put a penny in my face, or she'll throw it on the floor, and I'll go in the room and she'll stand at the door and she'll laugh.
Good thing she's not afraid of Jews.
You know, the first thing I thought when I heard your story, I was thinking, is she scared of, like, pennies represent, like, cheap, it represents, like, not a lot of money. It was like, is she scared of maybe being poor one day? Or?
No, it's just them.
Just the physical thing of the penny.
I don't know if it's the color, because quarters or dimes or nickels don't bother me. So maybe it might just be the color.
Copper.
Yes.
Uh-oh. See? She's a black woman. I'm not sure, but there might be some kind of self-hatred thing going on there.
Would you guys like to hear Christina curing her fear?
Yes.
Please.
Christina, I have an idea of how you can confront your fear of pennies. Are you willing to do that? You are? All right, this is an IceLink watch. inside of this box, and it's worth $6,000. Okay, or 600,000 pennies. Okay, that's how much it's worth. And a lot of Hollywood celebrities wear that watch. It's really, really a hot watch.
How much product placement is this fucking twat going to do?
It's all about product
How
placement.
much product placement are you going to do?
No fear of that.
Holy shit. Am I up here saying, hey, I don't know what I'm doing February 24th, 25th in Albany because I have the Comedy Works of phobia?
Never.
She's going to make her fish out the watch that's in maybe a bucket filled with pennies.
Thing
or
of pennies,
something.
maybe?
Are you kidding me?
It's really, really a hot watch, and $6,000. Now, Coinstar has given us this aquarium, and I'm going to be right here the whole time, okay? Stand on that. There's something in here, okay? Ready to see it?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know what's in here, right? You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of pennies in here, okay? Are you okay? I'm right here. I'm right here, okay?
I'm right here.
Now, I have a box in here that's buried with that watch. That $6,000 watch. And I want you to find that watch because I want you to have that watch.
Christine, remember what we talked about last night? They're inanimate objects. They cannot hurt you, okay? And I'm here and Tyra's here. We're not going to let anything hurt you.
Can I have gloves?
No.
No. Do you want me to touch them? If I touch them,
remember to just slow down your breathing. Just relax.
You know what? I'm going to touch them, okay? Is that okay if I touch them? Okay. I'm going to touch them. You see, they're not doing anything to me. This is what my dolphin trainer did. He touched the dolphin.
Shove them down her throat like Olivier did in the Marathon Man. Make her eat them. That for a $6,000 watch, you fucking whore. Bob for him with your mouth.
That's
You
right.
should have to take pennies and spit them out.
And they should be red hot, too. Heat them up. Heat up the pennies.
With dog shit on them.
You ready? You want to count? Or you want to touch one first? You want to touch one? Or you want to just go?
Just throw her in there.
Let's think about what else should we think about.
I'm
Let's
sure
think
any
about something
shrink
else.
could say
What
this
do
is
you
a
love?
great way to get rid of a phobia.
Jamaica? Okay, so I'm going to start talking like this
She's
now,
from
Mom.
Jamaica?
All right.
Have some humor.
Look at the beautiful ocean that we got here. Everything's going to be irie. Just put the hand in there, girl. You sexy young thing there. She got a sexy, nice, look at the little rack she got up there, real sexy.
We get it.
Right?
You're going to do it all
Put the hand
day?
in there, Christina. Go.
Yeah.
They're giving her a standing ovation.
I guess she got the watch.
Please let it be a Timex.
Now tie her down! Tie her down! Release the pennies!
Go. Uh-oh, I see something. I see something. I see something. I see something. I see something.
Yeah. And for recovering the watch, you get a gift certificate to the Spiegel catalog. I'll take the watch, please.
You did it. And look, they're nothing. No, take these pennies and just throw them across the room because they're nothing. No? You can't do it? You can't take them and throw them?
Because I have to look at them after.
Okay, we're not going to do that.
That
I'll
didn't
throw them.
help
We'll be
her
right
at
back.
all.
Of course not.
That didn't do shit.
Nope.
It was retarded fear factor.
You know what they should have done? They should have put her in like one of those things where all the money spins, and then like tied her up and put pennies in there until only her head was visible, and then people just jerk off on her.
On her nose.
Mike, not that means anything to the penny thing.
No,
but, why not?
Just in her hair.
Mike in White Plains.
Yes, I have a fear of cans.
Really? Cans?
Yeah, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans.
Ah, that old gag.
That's funny. I have a fear of gers.
Steve?
Tone in Brooklyn.
Grr.
Tone.
Hey, Tony.
Or Tony, whatever.
What do you have?
Brooklyn guy.
Answerophobia?
Brooklyn guy.
Everyone say hi on the phones.
Hi.
All right.
He's got a good point. Tyra always makes show about herself in the end.
Click off on him. I have doucheophobia.
All right, we got 2 more clips. Let's try to get through them. Here's Tyra's second attempt with the Dolphins.
Earlier in the show, I shared with you my fear of dolphins, and it's a real fear. You know, I started tearing up, and I started crying. Call it what it is, right? I started crying, and it's a deep fear that goes back.
Don't have enough time.
Hawk, for showing him that late, you're about to get over your fear of teeth knocked out of phobia.
That's why I was trying to move along here. We don't have enough time.
All right, who
It's
cares?
a cliffhanger for tomorrow, whatever.
Fucker.
Tyra and her dolphin
scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
Let's go to Skylar in Wyoming.
Yeah, I got a fear of sexy models of lingerie. They make go to her so we fuck the fuck out of her. That'd be a good idea for a phobia cure.
I think he might have had something if I understood.
I didn't understand a word.
I got fears of you a model to get into
He's got a fear of sexy models in lingerie.
Oh.
Yeah.
He wants to call up the Tyra Banks show. Let's say hi to Chris in Buffalo. Chris? Chris?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, man? I got a buddy in here in Buffalo that can't touch anything with batteries, can't touch doorknobs, anything.
A little OCD.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
I want to go to Newman in Virginia. Newman!
Yeah, I want to conquer my fear of fucking Tyra Banks. Punching out.
Flying standby.
Hey, what's up, guys? I was just thinking how easy it would be to scam this show and just say you have a fear of, like, the islands until they can send you to Jamaica. Just, it would be so easy. Like, okay, yeah, I got a fear of pennies, so send me a watch.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a fear of tropical islands and banana daiquiris and lounge chairs and expensive hotel rooms.
I have a terrible fear of meaty pussies with tinkle leaking out of them.
Billy in New York.
Jimmy just took mine.
I know. You just took Billy's thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Billy.
no, Jimmy. Yeah, I got the same fear, and I was wondering if you guys could put a watch in one for me.
You go in there, you fish out a watch.
$6,000 one.
Oh, that's it?
Hey,
See you tomorrow.
Well, my greatest fear is...
Program complete.